先着へと今宵もパンを逆に満たされるむき出した罪の形膨れ上がるその今この目に歪んで手の中繰り返す全て壊せそこからこそ始められるだろう赤くした魂を揺さぶりつけ解き放たれた闇へ帰れ狂いはとさまた千本の神の水になれずにたらすく運命くっつくすまて
まあ何か飲めよ。どれがいい?
Welcome everybody to interview with Kaziklu Bey from Irae. For those of you who do not know what Irae is, it's a great game by the publisher Light. Or maybe they're developers, I can't remember. Well, they're involved somehow. And this is a game that's kind of an offshoot of that. Kind of a side story. It was finally translated in English. So it's a pretty big deal, and it was provided to me by the developer, so thank you for that. And this is kind of how the game starts. It just literally starts right here. There's no splash screen, at least not yet. I don't know, but for those of you who don't know, Irae, Kaziklu Bey was one of the villains in the game. He was the kind of the vampire type guy, and he was kind of a cool character. You know, a bit eccentric and crazy, but you know, he had his moments. Oh my god, the music's already so good. The man walked behind the bar counter and lined up the bottles. He moved with familiarity, as if this was something he'd done for a living. I like how the chandelier actually glows. It's pretty cool.
つっても場所柄偏ったもんしかねえけどよ。さすがにマジモンは置いてねえが。肥料に牛の血使ったつワインならあるぜ。
That's interesting. Gotta set the mood right, he added, eliciting a faint smile and nod from the woman.
確かに大事ですね。でも、あまり酔いすぎると仕事にならないので、一杯だけ。
This game will release when this video goes up. It'll already be out actually. I meant to record this a few days ago, but I didn't get around to it. It's $20, I think, on Steam. Buy it on Steam.
Kiss in the Dark は作れますか?
Also, I think the original Irae is on sale. Both of the packs are I think they're like half off now, so that's pretty cheap. I mean, the main game is the common route's free on Irae, so if you want to play it, you can. It's completely free. You got to pay for the routes though. So you get each dual pack for each of the, there's 4 routes in the game, 2 packs, 2 routes per pack. Unfortunately, they split it up, so it's kind of iffy. If you got to follow like a route guide, like which route to do to get the best story, the most fulfilling way to tell the story. So yeah, it's a great game, amazing. I played a lot of it, love it. One of my favorite visual novels ever. Can you make a kiss in the dark? The name made the man crack a grin, revealing a pair of overdeveloped fangs.
ああ、18番だ。いい趣味してるぜ。俺もそれにしておこう。Kiss in the Dark。今夜の話にふさわしい。
This Irae has so much content. Like, it is such a lengthy visual novel. Like, you really get your money's worth out of it. And it's even better now that it's on sale.
あんたマロイだったか? すぐ持ってっから気にせずその辺に座ってろよ。
ディナで構いません、ミスター・エレンブルグ。
Yep, Wilhelm Ehrenburg.
じゃあこっちもビルヘルムで構わねえよ。なんならベイでもいいんだが、いや、やっぱりやめとこう。理屈は説明できねえが、俺をそう呼んで生きてるまっとうな人間はいないんでな。呪いでもこもってんのが。とにかくまあそういうことだ。ビルヘルムでいい。
Now the developers have given me permission to play up until a certain point in the game. So I don't know how long that'll be. I don't know how long this quick look is going to be.
俺の話を聞き終えたら、きっとそこら辺のこともわかるだろう。レコーダーの容量は大丈夫かい？
So, you know, obviously,
結構長くなると思う。
I thought it was an interview. So, you know, he's getting interviewed by this woman apparently.
そこは心配いりません。しかし、その
As the man nonchalantly yet skillfully prepared the cocktails, the woman, Dina Malloy, found herself perplexed. He was sharp enough to notice it.
似合わねえか？思ったより俗っぽくて、イメージと違うって？
すみません。率直に言えば確かに。
I love how fleshed out these characters are. It's really great. You know, they're not just horrible villains, you know, to hate. I mean, they're Nazis, so, you know, you can hate them anyway. It's fine. But, you know, they have backstory. They have, you know, reasons for why they're doing what they're doing.
あなたのような人はもっと何か違うのかと思っていました。
おかげで眉唾臭くなってきたと。
そうは言いませんが、なぜ私のインタビューを受ける気になってくれたのでしょう。
Oh, we're interviewing her? Okay, I did not expect that.
そりゃ決まってんだろ。
Wilhelm Ehrenburg shrugged as he filled the two glasses with the completed cocktail.
あんたがいい女だからだよ。
Yeah, that sounds about right.
誤解しないでほしいんだが、俺は普段からどこにも隠れちゃいないんだぜ。好きなように生きてるし、好きなように動く。だから気に入った女を見つけりゃ、お
It's
近づき
storming
にだって
outside.
な
I
りてさ。
really hope the power doesn't go out, because that would suck on so many levels.
まあ実際、ここ最近は気分が浮かれ気味だっていうのも認めるが。
He left the counter, walked up to Dina, and extended her glass toward her. Still somewhat perplexed, she timidly accepted it.
なんだかあまりにあっさりとあなたに会えたので逆に戸惑っているんです。普段から逃げも隠れもしていないとそれは確かにそうなのでしょうが、あなたにはその
ああ、ガキどものことか。
The brats?
え、こう申し上げてはなんですが、狂信者がいるでしょ。ここのようなヴァンパイアバーであなたの名前を出せばまず生きては帰れない
Didn't even know vampire bars were a thing.
という都市伝説が生まれるほど、ビルヘルム・エーレンブルグの名はボルヘスハウスに集う若者たちにとってのカリスマです。あなたが実在するならなおのこと、一筋縄ではいかないだろうと思っていました。
けどあんたは正面から突っ込んできた。
他に手もありませんでしたし、おかしい。
おかしいね。度胸がある。だからいい女だと言ったんだよ。
I mean, she's walking into the lion's den, essentially. Wilhelm chuckled, baring his fangs and throwing his head back. They were in a private room at a vampire bar in Brooklyn, one of his main haunts. He'd reserved the whole place, so there was no one besides them.
加えて言えば運もいい。運は大事だぜ。俺はそれがねえからな。持ってるやつが好きなんだよ。ボルヘスハウスなんざここらに生えて捨てるほどあるし、俺は他にもふらふら渡り歩いてる。普通はタイミングも合わねえだろ。
ですね。そこは本当に幸運でした。
つまりお導きっていうやつだな。あんたと俺は縁がある。そういうわけでガキどもは追っ払ったし、邪魔は一切入らねえ。今夜は俺たち二人だけだ。朝が来るまであんたの仕事ってやつに付き合ってやるよ。さっきも言ったが、
話を聞けば私の疑問も全て解ける。
Man, you know this guy has a hell of a story if he has his own game devoted to it.
ああいや。そもそもインタビューってのはそのためのもんだろう。俺が俗っぽいのも呪いのこともなんで浮かれてんのかも順を追って全部な知ってもらおうじゃねえか。知り
そうね。教えてちょうだい、ウィルヘルム。
As if taking part in some solemn rite, the two made a toast and emptied their glasses. After she gulped down the dark gift he'd mixed her, Dina began talking in a friendlier tone. Then she pulled out her voice recorder and turned it on. Wilhelm sat on the sofa opposite her and, not wanting to keep her waiting, began his tale.
俺が生まれたのは1917年だったと思うが、細かいところはわかんねえ。忘れちまったというよりは確かめる術がねえんだな。土底辺の生まれなもんでよ、きっと戸籍なんかは存在しねえし、それが特別おかしいと思われるような時代でも国でもなかった。ま、とにかくこんななりだが、もう結構なジジイだっていうのは確かだぜ。
His words would have made any normal person doubt their sanity. For if they were true, they'd mean he lived for nearly a century. It would be more than a century now. However, his appearance was that of a man in his 20s. If reason applied, he was talking nothing but nonsense. It would have been easy to dismiss it as such, but Wilhelm had an aura about him that made his tale strangely convincing. The same could be said about his looks. Naturally pale skin, hair devoid of any color except white, bewitchingly red eyes. The dim light of the room made those features stand out like a full moon lording over a black night. Freak bars, Borges houses, such as this were often frequented by eccentrics with a penchant for body modification. To them, skin with an unnatural color was small time. You'd have to remove a limb to leave them impressed. Wilhelm, though, had none of the reek of fakery prevalent among those folks. He felt like a natural freak, a perfect fit for the establishment. There was a genetic disorder called albinism, and he appeared to be a prime example of a sufferer.
生まれはドイツなのでしょ？
ああ、ドイツのハノーファーだぜ。当時は国内のどこでも同じだったろうが、ありゃ一言、クソダメだったな。騎士やなんざやってるんだ。学校で歴史のお勉強はしてるだろう。要は敗戦国の必然ってやつさ。くったらね話だよ。
A time of mass poverty and public unrest. Though he'd experienced the horrors firsthand, he talked of it not with gloom, but with a grin. He claimed to have been born in Germany as a tail end of World War I, and he acted as though he knew the ugliest side of humanity better than most. Dina didn't question the authenticity of his words and merely listened. Now and then she'd give him passive nods. Being a professional interviewer, she couldn't allow herself to interrupt him, even if Wilhelm was just a megalomaniac. It wasn't her job to try and fix him. However, she couldn't help but voice a reaction to the words that followed.
俺の母親は姉だった。
What? How does that work?
え？
She couldn't understand it. To her, those words were pure madness. Thoroughly detached from reason, or perhaps it was a reaction of her most animalistic instincts, rejecting what seems implausible for any fellow human. The reaction only made Wilhelm's grin grow wider.
知らなかったか？乗ってるとこには乗ってる情報なんだがな。勉強不足だぜ、ディナ。戦場の吸血鬼。第二次大戦からこっち、世界中の紛争地帯に現れる白い顔の SS 将校。さまよえるハーケンクロイツ。その名は、ビルヘルム・エーレンブルグ。
Hakenkreuz is just another name for a swastika.
我ながら、口に出すのも恥ずかしくなってくる呼ばれようだが、お前さんはそれを取材に来たんじゃねえのかよ。
ああ、ごめんなさい。確かにそう。
You're right.
勉強
We're
不足
supposed to be
ね。
asking the questions. His somewhat playful words made Dina hastily shake her head and apologize. She then repeated his words as if to digest them.
母親がね。つまりそれは。
だな。これも記者ならよく聞く話じゃねえのかい？聞き慣れてても、 やっぱり気持ち悪いもんは気持ち悪いか？
いえ、そんな。そこについてあなたに非はない。だからあなたをそんな風には全く。
そうかい。俺は未だにてめえの血ってやつが気色悪くてかなわねえかな。
Though this ugly facet of his origin wasn't unheard of, it was certainly something that would raise a lot of eyebrows.
こんなの誰でもそうだろうが、生まれる前の記憶なんざ当然ねえ。だから俺がいつ誰に種付けされたのかなんてわかんねえんだよ。
Man, that's messed up, isn't it?
そこは母のみぞ知るって言いたいとこだが、きっとお袋もわかんなかったと思うぜ。娼婦だったしな。
Jesus.
そういうわけで血筋は状況から推察するしかないわけだが、多分間違いねえだろう。俺の一番古い記憶は4、5歳の頃、
Good God.
夜に箱から出て家の中を歩いてたら見ちまったんだよ。親父と姉貴がまあ随分と励んでんの。
箱？
ああ、何の変哲もねえただの箱だ。きっとそれが俺の寝床で避難場所だったんだろうや。わかるよな。俺は日光が大嫌いってことくらい。
Dina nodded in response. Albinism was a condition that disturbed melanin production, and those affected were extremely weak to sunlight, especially ultraviolet rays. A malnourished child with this disorder would definitely die if he walked around during the day. Thus, young Wilhelm always hid in his box until sundown and crawled out when it was night. It was a life fit for a vampire, not a human.
親父は戦争で片足もがれて、軍からも放り出された負け犬でな。他にやることもねえもんだから酒飲んでるか、てめえの娘と盛ってるか、そこら辺にクソ垂れ流しながら俺を殴るか。そんな印象しか残ってねえな。そんな生き物だったんだろ、ありゃ。それでおふくろは、つうか姉貴は、めんどくせえな。ヘルガでいいや。そういう名前だったんだけどよ。
そのヘルガもあなたを殴った？
いや、むしろ優しかったぜ。ビル、私の大事なビルヘルムってよ。甘ったるいてめえの世界に酔っ払った感じの声はよく覚えてる。バカな女さ。
Wilhelm continued to spit on the memory of what might have been the only person to have ever loved him, apparently feeling nothing. He ridiculed her, making blatant his shame at having her blood in his veins.
頭が弱いから、いつもドイツからも食い物にされる。にもかかわらず状況を分かってね。
Jesus Christ,
客
man.
観視っつう能力が根本から抜けてる類のやつだったな。
Jesus.
とにかくそんなこんなでよ。俺はなんとも愉快な家族に囲まれて育ったわけだが、言ったように昼間は自由に動けねえ。とはいえ夜は夜でヘルガと親父がお遊び中だ。見てて面白いもんでもなかったし、腹も減っていたからよ。俺がやってたのはもっぱら狩りだ。最初は虫、次にネズミ。慣れてくりゃ、たまには小鳥も捕まえられたし、食って上を満たしてた。そんなある日、ふと分かったのさ。ああ、俺はこういう生き物なんだってよ。
I mean, I guess when you can't go out during the day and, you know, and your parents don't care about you, you just kind of have to do what you have to do to survive. He discovered his identity and has stayed with him to this day.
ヴァンパイア？
そうさ。なあ、これちょっとした奇跡で真理だと思わねえか。だってよ、少し考えてみてくれよ。
Is there any
当時の
settings
俺
at
が
all?
そんなもんを知ってるわけがねえだろ。
Wow. Okay, yeah, you need to know about all this stuff. Here you go. Okay, here we go. Let's read this real quick. Originally nothing more than an occultist club for high-ranking generals founded by SS Commander Heinrich Himmler, it was taken over by Reinhard Heydrich, Himmler's right-hand man, and Karl Kraft, and reborn as a group of sorcerers who truly personified the paranormal, also known as the Obsidian Roundtable. By 1944, when the story takes place, 13 mighty sorcerers belonged to the group, with Reinhard at the top. Though officially dead or stripped of their military rank, these sorcerers carry out their own independent activities in the background of World War II. Their goals are to become truly immortal or bring the dead back to life. But what Reinhard and Karl Kraft strive for lies even further beyond. Exactly what that may be, no one else knows. Okay, cool.
教育なんてこれっぽっちも受けちゃいねえし、家には絵本の一つもねえ。ブラム・ストーカーの怪物にインスピレーションなんか授かるはずもねえんだよ。
That's true. He wouldn't even know what a vampire is.
だから当然パクリなんかじゃありえねえ。俺はオリジン。自力でそこに至った本物なのさ。
A sunlight-hating nocturnal hunter with a taste for blood? If he'd recognized himself as such a creature despite not knowing the concept of vampires, then indeed it was safe to call him the genuine article. At the very least, he definitely wasn't merely imitating it.
まあ、後になってちゃんと調べたからこそ今こんなことを言えてる事実があるんだがよ。それでも大事なのは最初の瞬間。俺が誰に教わるでもなく真理にたどり着いたっていう点だ。そこから先は早かったぜ。なんせ自覚するってのは力になる。狩りはどんどん上達したし、俺自身も強くなった。野犬の群れに囲まれても逆に食い殺してやれるくらいにな。
Eating a pack of stray dogs? Man. Oh.
しかしだ。
He lightly chuckled and shrugged in a self-mocking manner.
困ったことに、そんな獲物じゃ満足できなくなっちまった。しょうがねえ話だろ。成長すれば求める質も量も上がる。
God.
もう犬猫なんかじゃ足りねえんだよ。もっと熱い血が欲しかったんだ。
それであなたは？
ああ、人に言ったぜ。自然なステップアップっていうやつだ。
You know he ate his old man. You know he did.
最初は赤ん坊だったがな。さらってきて。
Kidnapped a baby? I ate it and slurped up its blood, he added with no remorse in his tone.
その後もしばらくいろいろやってた。喧嘩売ったり買ったりよ。ちょうどその頃だ。庭に埋めてた骨の山がヘルガに全部バレたのは。
He hadn't even felt like a child caught committing mischief. In fact, he'd been more surprised by the fact that Helga, of all people, was the one who found him out.
でだ。またしても俺はふと思ったんだよ。なあ、近親相関がどうのこうの社会倫理がなんだのとそういう価値観は知らなかったし、今も言うほど気にしちゃいねえ。だが、俺は違うもので、こいつらはなんか気持ち悪いもんだっていう認識はあったんだ。平たく言えや、ずっとムカついてたんだろうな。親子、血のつながりってのは感覚的に分かってたから、俺がこいつらに作られたんだと思うと気が狂いそうになったよ。
And what did I do then? Well, isn't it obvious? Wilhelm asked.
殺したぜ。俺の始まりをぶち壊さねえと、俺本当の意味で生まれたことにならねえ。つまりこれはなんて言ったらいいのかな。
生まれがあなたを縛るから、その始まりを清算しようと思ったのね。
そう、それだ。きっとそういう理屈だよ。
Man. Wilhelm Ehrenburg was a vampire, but his parents were lowly humans. From his perspective, he was a phoenix born to a pair of kite birds. This truth endangered his identity, so he just tore it all apart. If he didn't shatter the connection, it would have destroyed him instead.
我が始まりよ、愛になれ。
He had both an abnormal mind that could form such alien conclusions and proactiveness that let him act on them with no hesitation to speak of. To Wilhelm, it just all came as natural as breathing. He was indeed a monster. Sanity was no friend of his.
そう考えりゃ、俺が本当の意味で自分を確信したのはヘルガを殺した時なのかもな。まあどちらにせよ、自力で真理にたどり着いたってことに変わりはねえ。バラす時に犯してやったが、あれにしたって俺が生まれた肉壺をぶち壊したかったからだしよ。 げえ興奮したし、行きまくったぜ。まさに神聖の快感ってやつだ。あ、いや悪い。女の前で危機と話すことじゃなかったな。短くこう認識してくれ。ヘルガは俺の最初の女でなんともいい具合だったってよ。
The exhilaration in his tone, combined with the subject matter, was enough to induce nausea in most people, men and women alike. Dina's endurance in this regard was nothing if not commendable.
いくつか質問していいかしら。父親は？
殺したぜ、ついでにな。
ヘルガはあなたを諌めようとしたのかしら。
わかんねえな。呼びつけられるなりぶち殺したからよ。ただあいつは俺にお説教なんてするようなやつじゃなかったぜ。案外と
あなたに殺されたことを喜んでいる
かもしれねえな。愛する息子が本懐を果たすための礎になれたんだからよ。
じゃあその出来事はあなたにとって大きな意味を持っているのね。
そうだな。未だにあん時以上の達成感に包まれたことはねえ。
だけどあなたは最初にこう言ったじゃない。今でも自分の血が気持ち悪いと。親を殺して生まれの呪縛から解き放たれたはずのあなたがなぜそんなことを言うのかしら。申請したんでしょ。本当の自分を掴んだ吸血鬼として。
In response, Wilhelm simply shrugged.
せっかちだな。そこはこれから話してやるよ。
As if declaring the introduction over, he began talking in a more theatrical manner.
ヘルガを殺して以降しばらく、そん時のことはまるで語るに値しねえ。当時は幸福絶頂だったが、今思い返せばアホらしい単なる井戸の蛙だったぜ。だから一気に10年くらい時間を飛ばすぞ。あれ1939年、確か暮れの出来事だったな。ハイドリヒ教との出会い、黒煙卓の連中。あの時代、俺ら13人が何を思って何をやり、何を目指す。
Now this is interesting to me. I like the backstory.
そして、これからどうするのか。あくまで俺が見てきたことしか言えねえから、全体は不明だし、勘違いだってあるかもしれねえ。しかし、嘘だけは言わねえよ。Kiss in the dark.
The dark gift. The vampire pointed at his own chest and cracked a suggestive grin.
さっき飲んだカクテルだが、俺の魂にはそれと同じ名前のもんが宿ってるのさ。ロマンチックな話だろ。
His voice carried with it his love of the night, and then he merrily began to recount his tale. What follows are his memoirs, the bloody, strife-stricken life of the man called Kaziklu Bey. Ooh. Prologue. Is that what we just watched? I think that's what we just watched, because this blinking start. There's extra. Probably CG gallery, maybe some audio tracks or something. So start.
So, して俺たちはハイドリヒ教と出会い。
Nope, let's not start. Let's not start. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to the title. Do I have to play the prologue? Did I just watch the prologue? Hang on. Yeah, I did. Gosh, dang it.
どれがいい?
Okay, no, okay, never mind. I thought I missed some of the story, but I guess I didn't. Okay, let's just that didn't happen. Why would I doubt my start button?
そうして俺たちはハイドリヒ教と出会い、あの人の相がになった。時期も事情もそれぞれ微妙に違ったが、共通しているのは皆が皆黄金に見せられたっていうことだよ。いや、壊されたっていう方が正しいか。この世にああいう存在がいる。そう認識することで、ドイツも世界観がひっくり返ったのさ。それがいいか悪いか、祝福とするか呪いとするかは個人ごと勝手にすりゃいい。ザミエルあたりなら 祝福じゃなきゃなんなんだと切れるだろうが、俺はあいつほど石頭じゃねえ。捉え方の自由くらいは認めている。例えばあいつにとって尊いものはすなわち火で、ハイドリ秘境をそう定義しているだろう。だが俺にとってあの人は闇だ。金色の闇。どっちも崇めているのは同じだがよ、概念付けの結果としちゃ真逆に近いもんだろう。そんな風に人それぞれの敬い方があっていいと思う。単に怖くてビビりまくってるから従ってるんでも構わねえ。畏怖も畏敬も同型も言い方が違うだけで似たようなもんだから、大事なのはあの人が遥か遠いところに存在し、俺たちとは一線どころか全てを隠しているとわきまえること。
They basically like God, essentially. Their God.
自分はラインハルト・ハイドリヒより強いだの、あの人の波動を頓挫させることができるだの、そういう気の狂った思い違いをしてなきゃあと何でもいいんだよ。俺はあの人の僧我だからな。黄金に立てつくやつは許さねえ。たとえそれがどんなに珍家なもんだろうと潰すし殺すし叩き壊す。その上であの人の世界を全て受け入れる。いや、この言い方は不敬だな。黄金の示す波動に俺の存在は反していねえと信じてる。ビルヘルム・エーレンブルグが捧げる宙はそういう形だ。正統派だろ。これでも騎士の名誉は大事にするんだ。似合わねえとあんたは思ってるかもしれねえが、何が何でもてめえが一番じゃなきゃ許せないほどガキじゃねえんだ。もちろんそりゃ自分より強い相手には逆らわないって意味じゃないぜ。そいつのことが気に食わなければ、たとえどれほどの格上だろうと俺は膝なんか屈さねえよ。悲願の力量さを見切る力は大事だが、それでみんな片付けるなら機械と同じだ。生きてるとさえ表現できねえ。ああ、この言い方じゃさっきの主張と食い違うか。ハイドリ秘境に立てつく奴は許さねえっていうスタンスとよ、そいつらにしたところで黄金が気に食わないと思うからこそ歯向かうんだろうし、相応の矜持も覚悟もあるんだ。そこを丸ごと否定はしない。だからきっとこれは単純な話なんだよ。俺はハイドリ秘境に惚れてるっていうだけのこと。
So it definitely has a lot of respect for Reinhard.
そんな物言いになっちまうし、小目性誤解もされたかねえが、平たく言えや好感が持てるから従ってるだけだ。騎士の名誉もだいぶ俗になっちまったが、これは大事なことだと思うぜ。暗君に辟易しながら従うなんて、それこそ最悪の無様だ。勝つが相手は自分で選ぶし、そうするべきだ。と長くなっちまったが、そんなわけで俺は黒煙卓の4人になった。生異物、人機融合、鋭美控えと、信じる信じないは勝手だが、以降今まで俺が一切年を取ってないのはそういうことだよ。吸血鬼のあり方としちゃこれもまた正統派だろ。実際は魔術の見業ってことらしいが、まあそこら辺はどうでもいい。深く考えたくねえんだよ。なぜならカール・クラフト・メルクリウス、これは奴に授けられたもんだから。俺がこの世で上だと認めたのはハイドリ秘境一人だけだが、計り知れねえのはメルクリウスだ。何より気持ち悪く気に食わない相手だったと言っていい。きっとそこはどいつも同じなんじゃねえのかな。嫌ってる理由自体はそれぞれ違うかもしれねえがよ、俺に限ればたった一つ、あいつが弱そうだったからだ。矛盾する？意味がわからない？オーケー、じゃあ簡単に説明しよう。例えば老いぼれて病に侵されくたばりかけの生き物がいたとする。体ろくに動かねえし、頭もおかしくなってるから勘も思考も鈍りまくりだ。本能だってもうまともには機能してねえ。そんな生き物は問答無用で弱いだろ。自然淘汰されるのを待つばかりの害にすらなってねえ老衆だと言っていい。だがよ、 それがライオンなら、クマなら、トラなら、いや恐竜だったらどう思う？たとえどれだけ弱っていようが T レックスは圧倒的だ。針の力でどうこうできる玉じゃね
That makes sense.
え。数億匹も集まればいけるんじゃねえかって。まあそりゃそうかもしんねえが、そういうツッコミはやめてくれよ。こっちとら大して学もねえんだ。そんなポンポンベストな例えなんか出せねえよ。とにかく俺がメルクリウスに感じた印象はそれに近く、もっとタチが悪かった。本当にあら一体何だったのか。もしかしたら恐竜よりもでかかったのか。そこは未だもってわからねえがよ。ただこいつは弱い。死にかけてるし衰えてる。きっと全盛期の1割にさえ及んでいないというのは感じた。にもかかわらず圧倒的に計り知れないものだと感じる。アリの視点じゃ理解できない何かのように、そいつがヒルアンドンを気取ってるんだ。私はしがない魔術師で何の力もないから何もしないピエロでございますってよ。まったく不愉快どころの話じゃないぜ。つい殺せるんじゃねえかと思っちまう一瞬だが、錯覚だったと気づく一瞬。この二つが野郎の前に立つと延々繰り返されるんだ。あら、そういう終わらねえ堂々巡りを周りにばらまく何かだった。おかげで自分がアホに見える。そう指摘され続けてる気が。
He always was kind of hard to pinpoint.
踊れ踊れ、私の手のひらでくるくる回り続けろと。だから心底気に食わねえ。アイドル秘境に唯一欠点があるとすれば、あんなもんと仲がいいっていうことだ。俺の究極的理想を言うとな、あの人がいつかメルクリウスを倒すことだ。その聖戦に俺がソーガとして加わることだ。そんな未来が来るか来ないかわからねえが夢見てる。対戦当時はそこまで明確に考えちゃいなかったが、近いことは思ってたはずだぜ。黒煙卓の騎士として俺はあの頃からそうだった。実戦を繰り返し魂を蓄え続け、アイドル秘境の暗殺事件を経て、いよいよ盛大に何かが動き始める予兆を感じていた自分。あれは1944年の晩夏だったな。最後のマキナが円卓に加わるほんの少し前のこと。ワルシャワ放棄戦、ヘルガとは違う意味で初めての相手になった女のことを話そうと思う。そいつとの出会いからしまいまでは
な。Okay.
うわ
I destroyed them, twisted them apart, tore them to pieces, and squeezed them dry. Then I absorbed their life until they were all dried up. If I had anything that could be called a fighting style, that was the best description for it. I trampled my enemies with all my might, leaving them as little more than undignified gore. I knew pretty damn well that I was being crude and brutish. I mean, by that point, I had a general idea for how normal people do things. What of it, though? Sure, I didn't give a shit about society's standards, but I wasn't purposely trying to stray away from them either. If anything, it just so happened that my style fit a certain template. It definitely wasn't like it was some little brat trying to look cool by doing bad things. This was just a matter of what I preferred and what I was good at. Going wild simply felt right to me. I couldn't do things any other way. It was something that had become part of me during the nights I spent hunting cats and dogs. I believed it was normal for people to be good at what they liked doing, and the reverse was true as well. I was good at fighting using my style, and it gave me the best results, so I naturally came to enjoy it.
Kaziklu Bey 様をどうにかできるとでも思ってんのか。
I never held back and wasn't ever planning on it. My nature was that of a taker. Vampires wanted to do nothing but plunder, drinking blood for as long as their hunger willed it. Thus, I wasn't restraining myself this time either. Friend or foe, it didn't matter to me. I simply had no reason to be considerate of worthless humans. All of them were mere sustenance for me to feed on. With a booming cackle, I summoned my knight of bloodstained roses, dooming all caught within to a painful demise. That is such a cool name. The creation figment was the degree in which we created a law, the manifestation of the greatest craving burning within our hearts. Everyone had an ideal they wanted to realize or a truth they wished to force upon others. A creation figment was a way to create a world where that became an absolute law. Although there was differences in that transcendencies were directed inward while hegemonies were outward. Whichever it was, it made the user's long-cherished dream become reality. Though limited, it formed a world where you were God and your craving was a commandment. You wonder what kind of world I desire? Well, isn't it obvious? I wish for a realm of endless night. Makes sense. He didn't like the daytime. I need not the light of day, for the night shall be my chief domain. What else could a vampire really want? I mean, sure, I couldn't make it eternal, but I could unconditionally bring night upon an entire area within a 500-mile radius of me, 500-meter radius of me, and anyone caught inside couldn't escape until I either undid it or died. It wasn't even all that costly. Well, being a hegemony changed out the world and space for a pretty large area. Couldn't stay active for long, but it had a special feature that made up for that. Anyone consumed by my creation figment would have their life drained just by being there, which meant I'd grow stronger for as long as there was someone for me to ravage. That didn't mean I could keep it up for as long as I had fuel, but even so, for a hegemony type, it was pretty damn user-friendly, though that might have had something to do with the fact that it had transcendence features. When the Knight of Bloodstained Roses was active, I became a pure vampire, just like the stuff of legends. I knew full well that I was born to humans, and that was an objective fact. Still, I also had my unwavering pride as a true ancestor, and this was its physical manifestation. It was a transcendence, a means of turning your very self into a different world. I was probably the only one at the Obsidian table who wielded such a hybrid. Naturally, my world was strong, wicked, and beautiful. Sure, fusion types couldn't think straight when we went too wild, but it wasn't bad enough to be a negative. I was pretty high at that moment too. I could feel the splendor of the night through my fangs, which brought about a little side effect. Every now and then, I could hear a voice coming from the deepest parts of my consciousness. It was Helga, and I could feel like she was next to me. No, maybe even closer. Her head was as empty as always. This was my sister and mom, and she hadn't changed a bit. I didn't even feel like we were having a conversation. This is what I meant, where I said she didn't have the capacity for the slightest bit of sense. No matter what happened to her, the world was this pretty little flower garden where everything was always fine and dandy. Well, now it was a rose garden. She'd become both the princess and the gardener. For all eternity. Despite my grumbling, I didn't truly dislike these talks. After all, the bitch was like a trophy to me, and having her around helped me remember how happy I was the moment I killed her. A vampire's prey becomes part of him, you know. Helga was the first one I took as I became certain of my true nature, so she was like a medal to me. Sure, she had no idea when to stop talking, but I did like it when she writhed within me, covered completely in the reddest of blood. I could only hear her when the world was drowned in grudges and bloodshed. When I was feeling really fucking good because of that, hearing Helga's voice always made me feel complete. Honestly, I wouldn't mind thanking Mercurius for giving me a chance to experience something so pleasurable. I didn't mean power itself, but the uniqueness of its manifestation. I could be proud of the fact that it belonged to me and me alone. You know what I said about creation vagueness needing a craving? Well, it's based on that. Even if all of our powers came from the same sorcery, what you actually got ultimately depended on what you wanted. Imagine someone acting like hot shit just because he got a pistol. He'd be fucking brain dead. A pistol was a pistol, regardless of who was using it. And if he grew stronger because of it, it was all thanks to the gun alone. There was no inseparable bond between a pistol and its wielder. My elite kite on an Irae, on the other hand, was like a furnace and a bunch of iron. What I made of it was up to me to decide. No one else but me could create the Night of Bloodstained Roses, and it became what it was solely because of me. I'd say that was a pretty huge difference. Anyway, I was in the middle of trashing Warsaw, completely draining allies and enemies alike. The fact that Helga's voice was fading signaled the end of the Night of Bloodstained Roses. This meant two things. First, everyone within my creation figment was dead. Without anyone left for me to drain, there was no point wasting fuel or souls just to keep this world active. Second, and this was something new for me too, mind you, I became aware of the limit of souls I, as a Reaper, could gather. There was no way for me to gauge it, but it was probably in the 7,000 to 8,000 range. That was all I had, and I felt like gathering more wouldn't be smart. Why? Well, this was just an assumption, but that was similar to overfilling a balloon. Either the Irae would break or the flesh would blow up, and to us, either one of those meant death. Sure, a little bit of overeating probably wasn't that big of a deal, but the risk was still there, and taking it wasn't the smartest thing you could do. That was what my instincts told me to chill. Though I listened and stopped rampaging, I was still boiling inside. I drained everyone around me, but the battlefield as a whole still had many more prey. It was like I found the perfect hunting grounds, caught all the game I could carry, couldn't take any more, despite there still being tons. My only options were dropping some of what I had or ending the hunt altogether. Anyone would be pissed off, especially when they were basically being told they were too weak, small, and talentless to carry anymore. It felt like someone was looking down and laughing at me, so...
Yeah,
for sure. I'd run into a wall, but it wasn't the end. Techniques, states of mind, a deeper connection to the Irae. I mean, there were many paths for me to follow from here. If the conditions were right, I could easily pass this barrier. I felt that way back then, and I still do. This might be a cliche thing to say, but the only limits were the ones you set yourself. Still, it was true that I couldn't do much about it at that point in time. Pissed the fuck out of me, so I decided to just do something uplifting. Specifically going around and killing everyone inside, even if it meant wasting their souls. I mean, I'd never seen murder as anything taboo anyway. Even if I couldn't suck their blood, I could have a good time just tearing them apart, and fuck it, if it made me feel good, I saw no reason not to do it. With that in mind, I began walking through Warsaw's ruins, killing everyone I came across. Man, woman, young, old, none of it mattered to me. As their blood rained down on my head, I cooled off a bit and began thinking a little more rationally. First and foremost, this couldn't go on forever. To us, souls were fuel for our powers. Even if I just threw a punch, it would be a magical attack in nature with power far from the norm, and it drained a bit of my fuel tank. That was why I already wasn't as fuel as I was mere moments ago, and just like I said before, my powers weren't all that costly, so I couldn't just empty and replace the contents of my tank whenever I wanted. This made me realize that I'd have to learn to cope with hunger if I wanted to avoid the stress. Well, sure, hunger was stressful too, but it was way better than being so overfed you could barely move. Pigs are disgusting creatures, you know. Of course you do. I was one of the beast's claws and fangs, so hunger suited me far better than any alternative. Well, starving myself wasn't an option either. It was suicidal, and I sure as hell didn't want to become anorexic. I realized I had to find the best balance on that front. Well, with that settled, I started thinking about what the others were up to. We hadn't seen each other for 2 or 3 years now. Just like me, they were scattered all over the place, fighting their own battles. We were about to be called together again. I had no means of knowing it at that point, but I definitely had a feeling that we would. Lord Hydric had told us to run as wild as we wished and to gather as many souls as possible. Everyone else was probably doing the same thing. Now that I was full, they were probably in a similar state. Everyone had a different capacity. Some could store more than me, some less. But I felt that they were reaching or at least approaching their limits, and that was why I assumed we would soon meet again. You know, when the time came, I really didn't fucking want anyone looking down on me for my amount, and I didn't know how I'd feel if I disappointed Lord Hydric. The reality of my limit pissed me the fuck off, but there wasn't much I could do. It definitely wasn't something that could be solved in a day or two. That was why I had to find some sort of new card I could play, something that couldn't be linked to the amount of souls I had. If you consider me a one-man army, I had to learn strategies or formations that showed I was more than the sum of my numbers. At the very least, I had to show I'd found something like that and was making progress towards it. Vague ideas were worthless here. I needed a very clear paradigm shift I could aspire for. That might have made me sound like a bright-eyed, rebellious little brat trying to go against the grain, but that sort of impudence was important, if you ask me. Honestly, anyone who didn't get this sentiment was living a pretty damn boring life.
何かうまい案は何かねえのか。喧嘩は必ずしも数じゃねえ。現に俺は一人だった頃も群れてる奴らに負けなかった。そうだよ。慣れてるはずじゃねえか。大軍で押しつぶすよりはそっちの方が俺らしい。だったら簡単な話だろ。簡単なら答えは簡単に見つけなきゃいけねえんだよ。
I walked and killed while mumbling such things, and the fact I couldn't find an answer pissed me off so much that I was about to snap. That was when the building to my side collapsed. I let my anger take over and punched the debris with all I had. It was about as large as a bus, but that didn't mean shit to me. Damn thing shattered into pieces that flew dozens of meters away, revealing her within the rubble. Ah, it's a girl. At first glance, I felt I was looking at a bird, specifically the kind that had a large wingspan. It didn't seem all that heavy, sort of like a crane. Thus I began to think I was looking at a painting or something. No, seriously, to me it looked like she had a pair of wings. Or could you find women like that only in pictures, of course?
あなたは
ああ、うるせえな。俺のことはどうだっていいんだよ。
Thus I was pulled back to reality. The fact she talked made it impossible for her to be a painting or a bird. She was human. I decided to kill all humans I met. She wouldn't be an exception. At least that's what I thought, but...
助けてくれたんですね。ありがとうございます。
No, you poor soul. I have no idea.
は
Saved her? How did she come to that conclusion? I didn't get her at all, so I took a moment to think on it. The only thing that came to mind was the debris. She was almost crushed, and yet she flattened if I didn't blow it away. She'd be fine if I didn't blow it away. And when you look at it like that, then sure, she wasn't wrong that I saved her. I mean, I never intended to, and I still planned on killing her. But she wasn't exactly wrong. Honestly, that really fucking pissed me off. I mean, she was the only person besides Helga to ever thank me. I also found it annoying that she was misunderstanding me just like that worthless sister mom of mine.
俺は別にお前なんか助けちゃいねえよ。だいたいおかしいとは思わねえのか。
The fact she was thanking me could only mean that she saw me blast the shitty debris away. And that was downright inhuman, so...
俺のことが怖くねえのか。
だってあなたは SS でしょ。
She looked at me stupefied. The woman seemed so oblivious to the situation that I thought she'd gone nuts.
ドイツ軍です。そして私、ドイツ人です。味方です。
You know he don't care, right?
仲間です。
He doesn't have a side, man.
だから大丈夫です。
いや何がだよ。
I didn't have a patriotic bone in me, and I didn't give a shit whether someone was German or not. Hell, even in this battle, I killed a ton of guys who were wearing uniforms like mine. In fact, she was a woman and a non-combatant didn't matter to me either. But that too was something she just couldn't have done.
最初にびっくりしたのは確かですが、軍の方なら我々が知らないような力をお持ちだったりするんでしょ。我々を守ってくださるために。だったら怖がるなんてこと、罰が当たっちゃいますよ。なのでもう一度あなたに感謝を。おかげで私は救われました。
I'm sorry. There we go. It's a little better.
ああいい。もういい。分かったからお前喋んな。
I figured it was impossible to get her to understand through talk, and frankly, I wasn't good at that anyway. So I decided to act. She got me all confused and made me feel dumb as shit for a hot minute. But I wasn't about to let go of my original plan for her. She'll get my point when she's dead, I thought as I prepared to kill her. But then...
ところであなた、私と同じなんですね。
Huh?
More words that made no sense, even more than her previous ones, in fact. She got me to stop before I killed her twice in a row. That was some kind of record, and it made me more confused than angry. The woman, on the other hand, was smiling happily. Then she pointed at herself, and then to me, urging me to take a better look.
彼の肌は雪のように白く、またバラの花のように赤く、髪は羊毛のように白く、目は美しく透き通っていた。聖書はお読みになりませんか？私たちは共にノアの子なのですよ。
I don't remember that in the Bible. It's been a few years since I've read the Noah story, so maybe I'm misremembering.
こっちの意味でもお仲間の人とはさすがに初めて会いました。
With that, I finally realized what she was talking about, and I had to agree. White skin, white hair, eyes that lost color. All of those were traits of someone who hated all sunlight and could only live at night. At the very least, I couldn't deny she had a plight similar to mine. Suddenly, some sort of revelation struck me like lightning.
同じか。
はい。きっとこれは主のお導きなのでしょう。
Claudia.
お名前をお聞かせください。私はクラウディア。
俺はビルヘル。
Then I realized that she would be useful.
ビルヘルム・エーレンブルグだ。ああ、お前の恩人様だよ。
Thus, I decided to make use of her. It was my right as her savior, and her duty as the saved.
ついてこい。ここから出るぞ。
Warsaw continued to burn as the idiot took my hand, not questioning me for even a split second. That was my meeting with this numbskull of a woman, Claudia. Damn Claudia. Claudia Jerusalem, really, was a nun, and she was so pious you could almost smell the church wax on her. To be frank, her clothes and mannerisms were a dead giveaway, but I couldn't notice because everything else was more important in my eyes. You might wonder why a nun was on the battlefield in enemy lands, but there was nothing weird about that, actually. War isn't all about killing, you know? I mean, sure, that was the main deal, but that was exactly why they had to make sure the bullets kept flying, no problem. You needed someone to care for the injured and to keep the food going. You know, stuff like that was too much for your average grunt, and honestly, everyone preferred to be looked after by a good woman instead of some bearded meathead. And that's why it was a woman's job, but it just so happened that most normal women didn't last 3 days before breaking and making a run for it. What kind of woman did they need then? Well, not even a question. There's a reason why people often see nurses as angels. Anyone writhing in hell needed salvation. Obviously, only the holy could provide that service. That was Claudia's job, and if you ask me, it seems fucking insane that someone would ever do it willingly, but, you know, it makes sense, doesn't it? She belonged to the Warsaw Garrison Army Nursing Division, but she'd been with me ever since we'd met. Well, to be clear, I basically forced her to come with me. If you want to know more about Warsaw, just look it up yourself. Shit went on for some time afterwards, and I'm sure Claudia had lots of work, but I didn't give a fuck about that. After all, we were told to gather. Before Hydra called me, there was no point staying in that shithole, and honestly, I was getting bored of army life. Anyway, I had Claudia come with me. Again, I pretty much forced her, but she didn't resist all that much. I was her savior, after all. Now for the meat. The reason why I was fixated on her was simple. I was going to consume her. Remember how I needed a paradigm shift? You know, a breakthrough to pass the wall? She was basically a sacrifice to help me. The amount of souls we could gather depending on the person. Like at Warsaw, I realized my limit and understood that I couldn't pass it at that point in time. Still, I couldn't just accept it and twiddle my thumbs. Like, come on, I couldn't let myself fall behind with those with a large capacity. I mean, I really didn't want to disappoint Lord Hydric and all. To me, battles were really never just about the numbers. I didn't want to end up being some pathetic excuse for when I lost, so I had to have a clear plan. And that was where Claudia came in. To put it simply, I decided to focus on quality instead of quantity. There's nothing complicated about this. People were different. They looked different. They had the things they were good or bad at. So I figured the same thing applied to souls. You know, getting a bit of jet fuel was better than just stuffing your tank with some shitty oil after all. I wanted things like efficiency, explosive power, density, and precision. Let's assume it took 100 shitty souls to get a Knight of Bloodstained Roses running at 100 power. Now imagine how great it'd be if I could use only a few % of a single soul to create a Knight of Bloodstained Roses running at 1,000. Now, of course, higher quality souls would probably take up capacity proportional to their quality. Saying that they'd effectively make capacity the most important thing again, yeah, I don't think that's the case. Why? Adaptability, familiarity. The soul's ability to dramatically change when I was the one wielding it. Basically, I wanted a soul that either only I could handle well, or became something great for me alone. Those were the two patterns I predicted, but I figured the result would be more or less the same regardless. That's how human relationships work, don't they? I mean, I'm probably the last guy who could say this, but to normal people, a stranger's life can't even compare to family members. And that's basically what Claudia was. She fit both of the patterns I mentioned. I defined her as a soul that was really damn compatible with me. The reason for that? Well, intuition. Probably not something you take seriously, but it's pretty important. I trust my sense of smell. Though, if you really want a reason, I guess I was sympathetic of her as a fellow albino. There was one more thing, and, well, it's pretty complicated, so just let me talk about it in detail. Two months had passed since the incident at Warsaw. I was currently in a countryside town called Paderborn. It was about to be bombed, so it was pretty damn chaotic, but, you know, it wasn't like I gave a shit. What mattered to me was that it was Lord Hydric's court. I'd occupied a random empty house and woke up in one of its beds, as was usual to me. Of course, it was night, not morning.
Daddy. Oi, Claudia. てめえ、おい、こらどこにいる
The woman was living here with me. I was the one who chose the place, but I really didn't give a shit whether she was fine with it. It was her job to be considerate of my wishes, after all. Still, she was actually happy to be here. She had said something about this town being good for a nun. It actually went on to cause something that was a real pain in the ass for me.
Hi! Hi! 何でしょうか? 呼びました?
てめえまたほっつき歩いてやがったのかよ。
This was what I meant. This idiot enjoyed walking in sunlight. It was like she didn't even know what she was. Thanks to that, she always looked like she was sunburned, getting covered in bandages because this was a daily occurrence, and yet she never fucking learned. Something wasn't right with her head, I swear. I mean, she could at least try and hide her half-naked body from me. It was nothing worth looking at anyway.
ですね。ちょうどいいから少し手伝ってくださいよ。この辺にこう素敵な感じに包帯を巻くのがなんとも一人じゃ大変で。
聞けよ人の話を。
いや、もちろん聞いていますし、言いたいことも分かっていますよ。だけどそれはそれとして、今は人助けを優先しましょう。男の方なら女性全般に優しくし、その愛を受けて我々女性もまた一段と。
うるせえ、嫌なこったっつってんだろ。だいたいてめえ男だ女だ言うんだったら少し恥じらいを持ちやがれ。なんだそのざま、ぶち殺すぞ。ま
あ、そういう気配りもできる方だったのですね。驚きました。意外です。そして今感動しました。あなたなりに私を案じてくださったのですね。言い方は少々紳士じゃありませんでしたけど。
だからてめえはな。
Claudia was much like Helga in that we often had failures in communication. She's both an idiot and a pain to deal with.
はいはい、分かってます。おっしゃることはごもっとも。ですが、こういう時に取り乱すのは程度問題なのですよ。私とてこの状況に何も感じないわけではありません。男性に肌を見られれば恥ずかしいし、うろたえます。しかしそこで縮こまったら治療がおぼつかないでしょ。はしたないとするか否かは時と場合によるのです。なので一刻も早く何とかしましょう。あなたにとってもその方がいいのでしょうし、さあ恥ずかしがらずに手伝ってください。
俺恥ずかしがってんじゃねえよ、呆れてんだよ。だいたい取り込み中なら諸肌脱いだままやってくんなよ。
あなたが呼んだから来たんじゃないですか。
アホ、それこそ時と場合の問題だろうが。返事だけすりゃいいことで。ああ、くんのくす。
She continued bandaging herself even as I complained, which just pissed me off more. It wasn't like I gave in to her. It just felt like I'd have punched her if she dragged on too long.
かせ、こんなもんでもたもたしやがって下手くそが。
あた、いたたたた。すみません。もっと優しく。
生言ってんじゃねえよ。自業自得なことだろうが。
When I was a brat, I also had a fuck ton of burns like this. I pretty much conquered the sun when I became a member of the Obsidian table, but it wasn't like I'd forgotten how to treat them. I knew it didn't really suit me, but I actually knew how to handle bandages. I'd always treated my own wounds after all. It wasn't a fun thing to remember, though. And yet, while I was feeling like shit, this damn idiot was laughing.
何がおかしい？
いえ、別に誤解しないで。あなたをからかっているわけじゃありません。ただ、やっぱり私は薄いのだなと。そしてあなたは眩しいなと。同じノアの子だというのに強いですね、ビルヘルムは。どうしたらあなたのようになれるんでしょうか。コツとかあります？
簡単なことだろ。
I made an effort to sound blunt and try to control my excitement.
叫べ。自分の感情を解放すんだよ。限界なんかあると思うな。できるって ってよ。信じて一気にぶちかませ。
I'd always awaited the moment she would do just
な
that.
るほど。つまり私は我慢しすぎと言うんですね。わかりました。やってみましょう。私は今恥ずかしい。恥ずかしい。ええ、恥ずかしいったら恥ずかしい。
For that would be the moment when I... Oh, look, it's Rusalka and the other one, the Valkyrie lady. What's her name? Eleanor?
おはようってあなた、そんな時間じゃないでしょう。いくらあいつが夜型でも言葉は正しく使うべきです。それでベイ、あなたクラウディアに悪さしてたら許しませんよ。
Oh, they like Claudia. Okay.
Oh.
So they know she exists. All right, she's like our pal. Okay, no, I remembered something stupid. Just skip the part.
何してやがるんですかこの腐れ下道は。そっくび叩き落としてやるからそこに直れ。いやー、ベイが汚れていく。
こら、勘違いしてんじゃねえよ。これだな。やかましい。キンキンわめくな、このバカ女。
だってあなたが力いっぱい叫んだ方がいいって言うから。
うわお、鬼畜。うわお、許さん、断固許さん、表出ろや。
ああ、中東だこら、やってやんや。
Anyway, all you need to take from this is that the others used to visit the place. We weren't on good terms back then, and still aren't, actually. Many of them were interested in Claudia, too. With that in mind...
まあ、事情は大体把握しました。誤解で先走ったことは謝罪しましょう。しかしですね、やはり私はあなた方の関係を良しとすることができません。到底許しがたいです。
別にてめえから許可もらおうなんてこっちは花から思っちゃいねえや。お呼びじゃねえからさっさと帰れ。そしてもう二度と来んな。
笑わせないでください。他人の家を不法占拠している分際で偉そうに家主気取りとはちゃんちゃらおかしい限りです。
ああ？
何ですか？私が間違ったことを言いましたか？
まあまあ、そんな尖ってないで二人とも。目の前でバチバチされたらせっかくのご飯がまずくなっちゃうじゃない。ねえクラウディア、このザワークラフトおかわりちょうだい。
You
大盛りで。
sauerkraut, that's called victory cabbage. You know, back in World War II, Americans didn't like to call German foods like sauerkraut, you know, like, because it reminded people of Germany, so they called it victory cabbage instead. True story.
はい、いくらでもお好きなだけ召し上がれ。
Stuff's nasty, at least to me. I can't stand the smell. Ugh, vomit inducing.
私もおかわり。
No, you don't get any more.
てめえの分はもうねえよ。
だからあなたにそんな権限はないん
The
です。
hell I don't.
だとこら。
もう本当に仲悪いわね、あんたたち。いい加減うんざりするって言ってるでしょ。
そうですね。お行儀が悪いですよ、二人とも。これ以上揉めるようだとお皿を取り上げてしまいますが、どうします？
That stupid shit aside, she obviously knew the reason why I had Claudia with me. The recent summon was meant to celebrate the fact that the Obsidian table found its last member, number 7, Machina, my favorite member, by the way. With everyone gathered there, I'd gone and told them about her. Malleus was pretty intrigued by that. That's Rusalka, right? That's her name. After all, I was the first to suggest picking and choosing souls based on quality and strength. Well, Lord Hydrick was an exception to that, but I'll explain that later. Malleus was clearly observing Claudia. Knowing her, she'd probably planned on snatching her away from me, but I wasn't about to let her. There was opposition between us, and we were basically keeping each other in check for the time being. As for Valkyria, no, wait, I still called her by the name, so I'll go with that here too. It's Beatrice.
何ですか?
なんでもねえよ。
Anyway, me taking Claudia actually pissed her the hell off. Funny shit, coming from someone whose alias was just another word for Reaper. Back then, I really didn't think she was worthy of the name. That was the reason why I went for Beatrice instead. Since she hated Valkyria, I could have called her that just to piss her off, but...
腹減ってるからって俺に当たるな。
No, that's the other one. No, her name is Beatrice. That's the red-haired girl. This fucking idiot barely eaten any souls. It was obvious she had tons of free space, but she just wasn't feeling herself. Dumb bitch had no reason to be calling a Reaper. Speaking of capacities, at this point, I'd realized that there were 3 who were clearly above me on that front. With the exception of Mercurius, I mean. That thing just didn't make sense in any regard. First was Lord Hydrick, but that was a given. He was far outside the norm, and even comparing myself to him was fucking stupid. The man was in a completely different realm. The others were Machina and Schreiber. The fact that the little prick was above me pissed me off, but whatever. I just had to surpass him in quality. If I had to name anyone else, it'd be Samuel. I really couldn't tell where to place her. She was about as empty as Beatrice, but unlike her, she wasn't half-assing it. It could have been she had the same idea as me, but just didn't say it out loud. Though, that being said, it didn't look like she wanted Claudia.
ですね。私が怒ってるのはそんな低次元のことじゃありません。あなたの身を案じているんです、クラウディア。もっと自分を大事にしなさい。
毎度毎度の展開ね。
お前、いつも同じこと言って飽きねえのかよ。
飽きません。というか、そもそもそういう問題じゃありません。
Now he sighed in disbelief while I just found the whole damn situation annoying. Claudia faintly smiled. This had happened tons of times, and yet Beatrice played her part as if she wasn't just repeating herself. What a bimbo. God.
分かっていますか？こいつはあなたを殺す気ですよ。そんな男と同棲だなんて正気の沙汰じゃないでしょう。まして聖職者が自殺行為を教義に反するし、女性としてもダメダメです。
そうは言いますけど困りましたね。
Despite her words, she didn't seem the least bit troubled, and I probably wasn't the only one who felt that way. Really, this idiot was on a whole other level when it came to being simple-minded.
私は彼に命を救われた身ですから恩を返さないといけません。たとえ死ぬことになったとしても命には命で報いる、そういうものじゃないでしょうか。
だから絶対そんなのは偶然です。たまたまです。不可抗力です。こいつが人助けをするなんて地球が滅びてもありえません。
おいおい、ひでえ言われようだな。
Oh, got a little, felt a little, pain there.
いやー、でも実際そうなんじゃない？
それに彼は約束をしてくれましたし、半分しかない私の片側を見つけてくれると。
God, the music in this game, but in these games, is so damn good.
またその話ですか？
はい、結局はその話です。
Even Beatrice couldn't help but make a bitter expression. By this point, she knew pretty damn well that Claudia wouldn't budge when it came to this matter.
そんなものはただの錯覚です。あなたは半分なんかじゃない。
そう言ってくださるのは嬉しいですが、あなたの強さが証明しているんですよ、ベアト
Well,
リ
she
スさん。
doesn't think highly of herself. She thought she was feeble, half a person, and that was the primary reason why it became certain that a soul like hers was hard to come by. Just like me, she was born for the night, which meant she didn't know the world of day. Basically, she only had half of a normal reality.
私にはあなた方がとても眩しく感じられます。熱くて強くて輝いて見えます。それはきっと私にない世界を持っているからなのでしょう。単純に考えても倍は違う。だからそんな風になりたいと思うし、そのためなら命も懸けます。半分のまま何もせずに生きて死ぬよりはそうしたい。憧れなんです。私は光の世界にどうしても触れたいんですよ。
Basically, Claudia considered everything she was to be less than half of what everyone else had. Though instead of self-depreciation, it was more thanks to her overvaluing what was beyond her. She saw the common folk blessed by daylight and fervently believed they were superior. Beatrice was right on one front. That was pure fucking delusion. Claudia wasn't lacking in terms of emotion, and it wasn't like everyone else averaged out as twice as much as her. Despite that, she just refused to admit it. No matter what, she just didn't accept that the favor of the light wasn't that big a deal. I could relate to her, actually. I was a proud vampire who'd gotten the blessing of the dark, and I didn't accept any alternatives. That was exactly why she got me going.
あんたなかなかやるじゃない。意外に女をだまくらかすのがうまかったのね。
別に騙したつもりはねえが、見る目はあるだろう。そういうことだ。
The fact that Claudia saw herself as half a person meant that she'd become something big when she realized she got what she lacked. In a way, she was basically thinking that she was far from her limit. Though really warped, she was a bit like me in that regard, wasn't she? I mean, we were compatible. She was hiding the potential to become something great, and she felt that she owed me. Remember how she said it was normal to repay a life with a life? Seriously, could you even imagine a soul better suited for me? She fit so well, it was kind of funny.
死にたいでも死にたくないでも、ぶち殺してやるでも構わねえ。俺と一緒にいれば、いずれ必ずどれかを爆発させてやるよ。お前の半分しかない心を人並みに膨れ上がらせてやる。光とやらが届く領域まで導いてやろうじゃねえか。
And then I would kill her. Drink her, drain her dry.
俺のもんだ、クラウディア。俺が拾った命なんだから、俺に捧げろ。
はい、あなたのことは信頼してます。怖い気持ちはありますが、これもまた半分ですから。生涯に人並みの何かを得られるのなら、たとえ最後の瞬間でも構いません。
ついていけない。おかしいですよ。誰も彼も。
I didn't see the point of Beatrice whining, like, come the fuck on. Everyone in that time period had a few screws loose. No one was in the right mind. No matter where you looked, you wouldn't find anyone thinking straight.
死の恐怖さえもが半分ね。なるほど。そう思いたいわけだ。
And if that's all she wanted to think, it was best to just let her. That factor would become a possibility and an agent of change. As long as you don't accept them, limits just don't exist. I believed in victory, and I still do to this day. And I will keep believing in it forever, until the end of time and beyond. And that's how life was back then. What? Sound unexpectedly simple for you? That's because it was. We were just doing whatever the hell we wanted. Though that didn't apply to all of us. Machina, who didn't get along with anyone, spent all of his days in the castle. I still didn't know if he was forced to or not. I also hadn't seen Kristoff in a while. And Babylon and Samuel were busy with some paperwork. They had a pretty big role in the army, so they couldn't just slip out like we did. Yeah, by that time we barely even counted as soldiers. Many of us were thought to be fucking dead, while others were treated as deserters. Either of those basically voided our position in society. I never really felt like I belonged to the army anyway, so I can't say I gave a damn. However, I did consider myself an SS officer, specifically a member of Lord Heydrich's personal elite. A proud vampire ancestor, number 4 of the Longinus Dryzen Orden's Obsidian Roundtable. Those were the only 2 titles I really cared about. Thus, I would only act in order by Lord Heydrich when I had to quench my thirst. This was a time period when I was waiting for either of those moments to arrive. It was a day like any other.
しかし珍しいですね。あなたが私の買い物に付き合ってくれるなんて。
聞き分けのないバカのおもりだ。まったく俺の本意じゃねえ。
Like I said, I didn't have much to do back then. Machina joining completed the Obsidian table, and I felt there'd be some big feast soon, but things like that needed preparations. I was basically waiting for them to end, unless I decided to cause some trouble or Lord Heydrich gave me an order. I was left with nothing to do. Sure, this gave me a whole lot of free time, but going out on a fucking shopping trip wasn't my idea of a good time waster.
なあおいシュピーネ。
God fucking
割と
spinning.
真剣に頼むんだけどよ。この手の買い出しは今後お前がやってくんねえか。そうに礼はするぜ。
確かに注意のおっしゃりたいことはわかりますし、できれば私もそうしてあげたいところですが。
Walking on my side, Spinny grinned wryly and looked at Claudia.
残念ながら美しい女性の頼みを無限にしたくもありませんからね。ご容赦ください。
まあ、シュピーネさんたらお上手ですこと。
いやいや、これは全くもって米中意が羨ましい。
アホか、てめえら揃ってしねえ。
The whole situation made me want to kill someone. I knew that shopping was important, especially when going to get daily necessities like food. Claudia had to eat, and hell, so did I. Sure, hunger didn't weaken me all that much. But it increased the amount of souls I used. I didn't want to waste what I didn't have to, so unless I was in some ultra-specific situation, I'd eat like a normal person. Sure, I needed some space to take in Claudia, but emptying my reserves on fucking physical hunger was just plain stupid. Speaking of stupid, this situation has basically defined it.
俺が言いたいのはな、どうしてわざわざギラギラしたクソ太陽の下で買い物せにはならんのかっつうことだ。冗談じゃねえ。
辛いですか？日傘を差します？
俺てめえに言ってんだよ。
All the shouting made my head spin. I didn't even want to look up at the sky, but I could tell it was so damn clear and bright that it made me want to trash someone. Shit fucking burned me all over. Well, yeah, my recovery and endurance made it easy for me to bear, but it had to be hell for Claudia. She was smiling, sure, but all that sweat pouring off of her made it obvious she wasn't feeling so hot.
そのままぽっくりいからじゃかなわねえんだよ。だからこうしてやりたくもねえ無駄消費しながらバカのおもろいやってんだろうが。
いいですね。米中意はまさにクラウディアの騎士であると。何やら私感動を覚えてしまいます。
だからな。
ごめんなさい。あなたが怒るのはもっともですけど、こればっかりは譲れなくて。一番幸せな時間なんです。慣れてもいますから無理はしませんし、本当にきつくなったら言いますから、どうか。
Her face was so red it seemed like she was boiling, but of course that was sunburn, not a blush. She looked at me with dampened eyes and begged me like a mutt would to its master. She probably intended it to be touching and fervent, but to me it seemed like a joke. When so shitty I couldn't laugh.
悪いがシュピーネ。店じゃなるべくごたつかないようにやってくれ。可能な限り迅速にな。お前、そのためにいいんだからよ。
了解しました。努力しましょう。
I ignored Claudia and talked to Spinny. The guy was useful at times like this. You probably know this, but war can fuck up the market pretty badly. It was like black market all over the place, and of course you need to have something to get a good deal. Could be connections, status, cunning, skill, etc. Everyone tried to fuck you over, so you had to respond in kind and shop while threatening, tricking, doing whatever you had to get ahead. Just having money or something to trade wasn't enough. Fuck, the ignorant dumbasses who only had money were the best targets for all the rats running around.
俺は欲しけりゃ強奪する口だが、後々考えると面倒だ。そういうわけでうまいこと頼むぜ。
どういうことです？お買い物なら私だけでもできますけど。
クラウディア、あなたは今でも十分に魅力的な女性ですが、米中尉の伴侶になるならもういくらかしたたかにならねばなりません。バラにトゲがあるように女性も毒がなければ完全とは言えませんよ。己が魔性を意識し、かつ磨きなさい。
魔性ですか？
そうですね。例えばマレウスやバビロンなどがなかなかいいお手本になるのではと。
おい、くだらねえこと言ってねえでさっさと行けよ。あとクラウディア、お前は今まで買い物に出るたび巻き上げられたの覚えてねえのか？
それはですが仕方ないでしょう。こういう時は物価が高くなるものですし、お店の方も家族を養わなければならないのですから。
そう、仕方ない。資本主義の摂理ですね。故に彼らはより多く儲けようと試みる。物価が上がれば上がったなりの適正価格があるというのに、それすら超えて値を釣り上げようとしてはいけません。
確かに。しかしそんなことが。
おや、ご存じない。あなたは今まで散々その手口にはまったというのに。故にここは私の出番なのです。これでも以前はゲットーの管理をやっていましたからね。その立場はもう捨てましたが、当時の勘は鈍ってませんよ。小ずるい輩を締め上げるのは得意技です。
そういうことだ。ここはあいつにやらせとけ。
By the way, the one handling our finances at this point in time was Spine. It wasn't something I could ask for at Hydric, and I really didn't want to go to Mercurius about it either. That left only Spine. Even here, he went on to turn all the purchases into fucking steals, effectively making up a bit of what Claudia had lost. Out of all of us, he was the most knowledgeable when it came to social affairs, so we always relied on him when it came to that. Hell, we still do.
では行ってまいります。そういうことですから、お二人はその辺を散歩でもしてきたらいかがです？
あ？
いいんですか？
はい。役目を果たせば、私などはお邪魔虫。必要なものは買い込んでおきますから、どうぞあなた方はご自由に。ああ、なんせいい天気ですからね。
And with that shitty joke as his parting shot, he walked away through the annoyingly sunny street. As I watched him go, all I could do was sigh.
何がお散歩だ、ボケ。だったら俺はもう帰るぜ。
Fuck that.
ほら、行くぞ、クラウディア。
I turned around.
ちょっと待ってください。
But then she grabbed my sleeve with more power than I thought possible, leaving me somewhat surprised.
ですね。そういうことならぜひとも私行きたいところがあるんですけど。
It's fucking bright as shit out. You're gonna die out here.
あのな。
You did not say that sentence with that amount of words.
分かってます。分かってるからお願いしてます。どうかどうか。ああ、主のお慈悲を。
拝むな、祈るな、すがりつくな。あと誰が主だ。
Despite being stupidly pious, she could get pretty damn forceful. I really didn't want to walk around a damn second longer. Her very nature was why she was useful to me. Still, can't say I knew shit all about how to handle the situation. The sun was fucking me up real good. Right when that thought ran through my mind.
やっぱりあなた的には耐えられないほど辛いですか？どうしても無理だというなら私も諦めますけれど、やはり あなたの健康が第一ですものね。
あ
What? That sounded like she was saying I was weaker than
あ
her.
にこと書いて健康だ、これ。
Hearing that from the suicidal lady, it set me
俺は
off.
平気に決まってんだろ。上等だ。言ってやれ。
まあ嬉しい。じゃあ行きましょう。
She knows exactly what she's doing.
引っ張んな、おい。
And that's how it went down. Honestly, I couldn't help but feel she set me up somehow. That wasn't ominous at all.
どうです？ほっとしました？ここなら日は入りません
Ooh,
よ。
is this a new track? Maybe. Claudia had led me to a church. It was a very nun-like choice, but I found it anticlimactic, considering I was prepared for the worst kind of hell. Oh, this isn't a new track. This is a good song.
まあ、俺にとっちゃそれに近いのかもしれねえけどな。
何か言いました？
なんでもねえ。
Nope.
とにかくお前が来たかったのはここなんだな。
はい。この町の聖堂は歴史もあって有名なんですよ。
記憶にねえな。
I probably ignored it because I just didn't give a shit. This made Claudia somewhat sulky.
聖堂だけじゃなく、町全体が宗教都市として有名なんです。だから、あなたが私をここに連れてきてくれたのは嬉しかったし、お礼を言ったじゃないですか。そもそもこの町は1000年以上前、カール大帝が神聖ローマ帝国を起こしたとされる由緒正しい土地でしてね。
ああ、うるせえうるせえ。俺は歴史のお勉強なんぞに興味ねえんだよ。一人で勝手に盛り上がるな。
I bluntly cut her off. Her words made me understand one thing. Because this was a so-called holy city, Claudia had assumed the people here would be better than elsewhere, and that led her to being cheated out of all that money. Then again, it could have just been her own stupidity. She overvalued other people so much you could call her a walking manifestation of that sentiment.
もうそうやってすぐバカにしますけど、過去を学ぶことで得られるものは多いんですよ。
へいへい、そうかよ。だがその割にこのありがたい場所はガラガラじゃねえか。人っ子一人いやしね。
確かにそれはそうですね。今まではいつも多くの人で溢れていたから、私もなかなか入れなかったんですが。
This place is empty as hell. Claudia curiously looked around the cathedral. Again, besides us, there was no one here.
神父が夜逃げでもしやがったのがね。
そういうわけでもないのでしょうけど、私が所属していた教区じゃないし、わかりませんね。しかし、事情はともかく、誰もいないのなら私がやるしかないでしょう。皆さんの分まで祈ります。
わかったわかった、勝手にしてくれ。
My sarcasm wasn't working on her, so I ended up feeling defeated and just gave up. Yep. Oh yeah, that looks like a giving up pose. I figured it was just best to let her do her thing, so I sat in a random pew and waited for it to end. Claudia kneeled before the cross and gave a silent prayer.
ですね。
Silent prayer. Not even 10 seconds into whatever, she broke her silence.
ヴィルヘルムは神の存在を信じていますか？
はあ？
What a worthless question. It was like she didn't even know who she was talking to.
やぶから棒になんだそりゃ。信じてるわけがねえだろ。
ですか。ならばそれは一体どうして？
I mean, come on. She's a nun. You knew this question was going to come up at some point.
簡単なことだ。そんなもんがもしもいるなら戦争なんか起きるはずねえ。俺みたいなもんが生まれるはずねえ。
That's certainly a reason.
てめえらの言う神ってやつは愛とやらに溢れてるんだろ。全てを作り導く全能の主なんだろ。だったらなんで世界はこんなことになってる。理屈が全く通らないぜ。ガキでもわかる矛盾点だ。
なるほど。 よく聞く類の主張ですね。
There's also the argument that without suffering and strife and all the horrible things that happen, humanity wouldn't advance in certain ways that it has now. Like, war is terrible. I'm not going to advocate for war. War is horrible. It brings out the worst of people, no matter what. I mean, but also, because of war that, like things like medical advances and technology, technological advances can happen in the world and society as a whole. So, as bad as that stuff is, it has its place in history. The fact that she took a gentle, soothing tone really pissed me off. I always hated it when people look down on me.
てめえ、何が言いたいんだ。
いえ、ただ神とはそういうものですよ。聖書の中でもかなりの人々を死なせています。
I'm not a religious person, by the way. But I respect religion for what it is.
つまり、こんなことになっているのが神の作りたもうた世界なのです。
だったらただのクソ野郎じゃねえか。
A sadistic trash bag and a demented psycho. Knew fully well I couldn't point fingers about that, but it was clear there was some serious detachment between what he did and how his believers saw him. Basically, they were all insane.
人を死なせることがクソ野郎ですか。だったらあなたの奉するラインハルト・ハイドリヒ様はどうなのでしょう。
For those of you who do not know, Reinhard Heydrich was based off a real Nazi, also named Reinhard Heydrich, who was fortunately killed in a failed assassination attempt.
まだお会いしていませんから実際のところはわかりません。だけどあなた方のお話を聞く限り彼もそういうものではないのですか。すべてを愛し故に壊す。あなたが言うところの実に堂々たるクソ野郎ですね。
てめえ。
I was about to snap and jump off the pew, but then I realized I was mostly mad at myself for not being able to fight back with words. Claudia tried to cool me down by apologizing, then she slowly shook her head.
意地の悪い言い方になりましたが、あなた方に文句をつけたいわけではありません。その目的も具体的には知りませんし。だけど、目指しているものは漠然と理解できます。それは私も他の人々もきっと同じ。良きところに行きたい。そうなのでしょ？
A sanctuary, Valhalla, heaven, bliss, happiness, was where all our souls desired to go. Even if the differences in values made the shapes of our goals vastly different, according to her, the concept was always the same.
その場所で我々を待っていてくださるのが父なる神。私はそう思っています。そしてだからこそ我々はそこへ至れるように道を選び歩まねばならない。あなたがラインハルト・ハイドリヒ様を敬するように、私も私の神を敬い歩む。ですから。
She then momentarily fell silent, even though I couldn't see her face. I could tell she was smiling.
もう少しあなたは信心深くならないといけませんよ。
In the end, she was basically just preaching. I didn't need anyone to tell me to believe in Lord Heydrich, and I was damn sure no one else could even begin to match me on that front.
てめえ、今は皆々様のために祈るんじゃなかったのかよ。あっさり個人的なもんにすり替えやがって、いい面の皮だぜ。挙句に神様の前でペラペラとよ。あんまりよく知らねえが、そういうのは不敬なんじゃねえのかい？
まあ、言われてみればそうですね。だけどうまく説明できませんが、ここでは言葉に出して喋った方が天に通じやすいように感じたので。
なんだそりゃ。意味わかんねえんだよ、バーカ。
At that moment,
いやいや、そう侮ってはいけない。
Oh, no.
事実、私としても非常に興味深い話だったと感じている。 なるほど。君がクラウディア。ベイの言っていた少女なのだね。
てめえ
I jumped up and hastily turned around. There I saw a mercurial silhouette.
あなたは
Claudia too turned around and looked at him in surprise. I could relate to her completely. Even I wasn't used to this guy. I couldn't see him properly. His being just didn't make any sense. It was like his outline was made of quicksilver. I could tell he was right before me, but not a moment later, his form grew to be impossible to perceive. It was as if he was far too great for the vulgar masses to comprehend. He was very much the dying monster looking down on an ant. The vice commander of the Obsidian table, Carl Croft. I'm curious.
一体何しに来やがった。
これはまたご挨拶だな。お前が退屈しているだろうと、私は良い話を持ってきたつもりなのだが。
なんだと
Basically, we were being called for another gathering. His sudden entry surprised me, but there wasn't anything special about that. Sure, it wasn't that common, but he was a walking enigma. It was standard for him to just appear out of nowhere, say some annoying shit, and fuck off. As if understanding what I was thinking, he chuckled, or at least I felt he did. He nodded.
そう、今夜だ。
Uh-oh.
他の者らも呼んでいる。ああ、それからそちらのお嬢さん。君も彼と一緒に来るがいい。私は心から歓迎するよ。
ですがそれは
おいてめえ、何を勝手なこと言ってやがる。
I found his words ominous. I couldn't explain the feeling or even liken it to anything. But it was enough for me to almost reflexively jump to cover Claudia.
こいつは城に連れてかねえよ。そもそも関係ねえだろうが。
ほう、関係ない。関係ない。関係ないかどうかを決めるのはお前ではない。無論彼女でも私でも。黄金がお召しだ、ベイ。この事実を前に嫌も王もあるまいよ。
Was he telling the truth? I took a moment to think, but couldn't find an answer. Still, if it come to this, I knew I couldn't refuse.
結構。お前もだいぶ物分かりが良くなったようで非常に助かる。それではまた。待っているよ。カジクルベイとその姫君よ。
And so, with a bizarre swaying shadow trailing behind him, Mercurius took his leave. I was left rooted to my spot, grinding my teeth in frustration.
うぜえ状況作りやがって。
Besides the thing about Claudia, I was pissed off about something else.
風来るべだと
That was my arcane title given me by none other than Mercurius. I actually liked it. It was basically the name of the Lord of Vampires, and it suited me better than any other. Even so, I couldn't stomach hearing him call me that. It made me feel inexpressible refusal and disgust. Couldn't help but recall what he told me during the christening. The words spun round in my head, making a huge fucking mess.
違う。俺は何も奪われてねえ。逆なんだよ。奪うものだ。
ビルヘルム
My grumbling probably didn't make any sense to her, but I didn't want her to get it either. It was a type of curse I could neither accept nor stomach. The castle was called Wilhelmsburg. It had been bought by Himmler, commander of the SS, and from what I heard, it had been used as the watering hole of some shitty little occult club for the elites. Obviously, most of us weren't a part of it. Lord Hydric and Mercurius were the exceptions. They'd been there since it was active. And now the place belonged only to them. They touched the true arcane and worked on real sorcery, letting them rise above the fashion occultists, make the supernatural manifest, and create the Obsidian table. You know what that means, don't you? Basically, the castle was no longer normal by that point. It didn't even belong to reality anymore. Sure, I was at Paderborn because it was close to Welsberg, but it was actually didn't matter at all. Spaces that escaped the laws of the world destroyed the concepts of distance and coordinates. It meant that the unworthy couldn't even enter, even if they spent a century trying, while those invited could come even if they were on the other side of the world. Well, no one had actually tried it, but I was certain I was right. The castle was just that big of a deal. Remember what I said about creating another world in this reality and the implications of that? Yeah, exactly. I mean, this castle was Lord Heydrich's creation, Figment. And just like I explained, they couldn't remain active for long. Even Transcendence, which doesn't influence much of the world-side world, can be kept up for a few hours at most. While for Hegemonies, the amount is only a few dozen minutes, if not less. Though I did say my creation Figment was cheap to uphold, it didn't stray far from those limits. Basically, maintaining a creation Figment is hard as shit. Hell, it's a single person's craving versus the world. Of course it ain't a walk in the park. That was exactly why Lord Heydrich's castle was on a whole other level. Despite being a prime example of hegemony, by this point, it had been active for almost 2 whole months. And it didn't even show any signs of fading to boot. Back then I didn't really know what that meant, but it worked to explain why he was such an immense entity to us. The man was charisma given human form. A single interaction with him was enough to change a person beyond recognition. No one could escape his influence. I always believed that. Fervently so, and that's exactly why.
Huh? そんな嘘でしょ
That was exactly why the thing we'd been told once we arrived at the castle surprised me so much. I was completely taken aback. Lord Heydrich, sitting atop his throne, was an extraordinary as always, and basking in his glorious presence made his words even harder to believe. The others probably felt the exact same way.
クリストフが消えちまった。
しかり残念ながら真実だよ、注意。バレリアン・トリファ神父は蓄電した。
あのバカ、一体何考えてんのよ。
It goes without saying that we weren't the types to be hurt by betrayal, so we were just bewildered by the impossible turn of events. Imagine seeing the sun rise from the west. That's kind of how we felt. Turning one's back on Lord Heydrich was bad enough already, but there was an extra factor that made it even more unbelievable.
しかし、さっきのおっしゃりよう、もしや彼の行方はまだ誰にもつかめていない。
重ねてしかりだ。まったく不徳の致すところだな。
バカな。
But only barely I could actually accept that he'd just run away, but the fact that he'd actually escaped Lord Heydrich left me at a loss for words. I felt like the world had turned upside down. Not only that, but the Gold himself was smiling in a self-deriding manner as if he actually believed that he'd been outwitted. A wave of unrest overwhelmed us all. We felt like we were in a nightmarish fever dream.
ケイラ、私を何だと思っている？別に全知全能などではないのだぞ。見えぬことはあるし、違えることも当然ある。中とは盲目的になることではあるまい。あの神父はかつて私の肉体と同調した生産杯の資格者だ。すなわち私に化けられるものだと言っていい。少なくともその実績を持っている。故に見逃してしまったのだよ。自分のことほどわからぬものだと昔からよく言うだろう。あれはどうやら真理だな。
つまり
The one to speak up first was Samuel. Though the news probably affected her more than anyone else, I couldn't feel a hint of emotion in her tone.
彼はそれを見切った上で利用したと。
いや、おそらく無自覚だろうよ。自分のことが分かっておらぬのはあちらも同じだ。
ではこの後クリストフの行き先を突き止めるのは？
ああ、容易だ。その気になれば匂いでわかる。
That could only refer to one thing. Back when Lord Heydrich faked his assassination. Right? Kristoff resonated with his body, so regardless of whether he was conscious of it or not, he had the same scent as the gold. It wasn't a smell that I could pick up, but it was the man himself said so. I could just assume that was how it worked. It made sense too. Hunters often covered themselves in the scent of the prey to keep them unaware. Kristoff could only escape Lord Hydrick because he'd done something equivalent, and I could honestly praise the bastard for that. But if he did it while unaware, it could have the opposite effect. The guy didn't even know he was running while spreading Lord Hydrick's scent everywhere he went. He might as well have been signaling for us to find him. Because of that, I expected the problem to be solved like it didn't even exist.
とはいえ、王はしばらく好きにさせてやるし、ケイラもそう了解しろ。
彼をこのまま見逃すと。
No, I really like the faces in the bottom that show you who's talking. That's really nice.
そう。しば
We'd all expected to be given an order to find him, so Lord Hydrick's words left us dumbfounded. Though most of us were already out of the army's register, we still knew what kind of punishment was given to deserters. Kristoff had to die. We had to give him the ultimate lesson in discipline. There was no room for compassion among our ranks, and Lord Hydrick wasn't the kind of person to give in.
言ったであろう。あの神父もまた自分のことを分かっておらぬと。それを気づかせるための時間が必要なのだよ。心配せずともそう長くはかからん。じきにすぐにだ。彼の処遇はその時に神父の渇望が熟れて落ちる瞬間を待つ。
So yes, sir. I didn't really get it, but we weren't in a position to argue. We all nodded and agreed not to pursue Kristoff. Though I didn't know Lord Hydrick's true motives, I assumed that the point of the gathering was to make sure we didn't interfere with the growth of the priest's craving. But...
まあ、下せぬ者も多かろうが、今黄金閣下は一度たりともクリストフという名を使わなかった。その事実をおのおの吟味すればよい。前置きはここまで。本日諸君らを召した理由は別にある。
Curious, grinning as always, suddenly stopped standing around like a fucking prop and moved next to Lord Hydrick. We all simultaneously raised our heads. We were wary. Every one of us knew full well that nothing this bastard ever said was good news. If the Kristoff thing wasn't the main deal here, then what was?
諸君らはカチンの森を知っているかな？
カチン？
さよう。それぞれの戦場でも噂になっていたことだと思うが。
Sadly, I couldn't recall anything like that. The others were nodding, though, and a few were making some pretty damn sour
例の
faces.
虐殺事件ですね。ポーランド人の捕虜たちが帰国の途中で何万人も行方を絶ったという。
そしてカチンの森から死体がザクザク。なんか私たちの側がやったことになってるんでしょあれ。別に虐殺自体はどうでもいいけど、身に覚えのないことで文句言われるのは気に食わないわね。いや、まあ実際こっちがやったのかもしれないけれど。
状況的にはソ連の仕業としか思えないと聞きましたが。
その通り。しかしあちらもやすやすと認めはしない。戦時にバカバカしい話だが、人道上の建前というものがあるのでね。誰しも己の側に大義があるという理屈を通したがる。故にゲッペルス教がプロパガンダをしているのだが、ここ数年はどちらがやったやらぬの水かけ論だな。私としても事の真相が気にかかってはいるものの、この場に限って言えば関係ない。問題は別にある。
And we were the ones who'd do something about it. We all understood where he was getting at, so he made it brief.
カチンの森で怪異が続発しているとのことだ。これを駆逐してもらおう。なぜとはもはや言うまい。
None of us said a word in response. This wasn't the first time we would be taken on such a mission.
消えゆく神秘の断末魔だ。カール曰く 前座の締めくくりとしては申し分ないらしい。我々がなすべきことをなすために排除すべきものを排除せよ。
Jawohl, we all nodded. This was a necessary mission for two primary reasons: training and prevention. Since we'd also entered the realm of the arcane, fighting others of our kind helped us understand and evolve our powers. It was also useful for removing anything that could mess up the main act that was about to begin. After all, if anything could stop us, it was other beings of the arcane. Crushing anything that could get in our way was important, and I had no intention of speaking out against that idea. Now, it was actually time to decide who actually went there.
Babylon, Keda. あつらえ向きであろう。期待。
はい、承りました。
An obvious choice. I didn't know the nature of the anomaly, but the place was full of forests full of damned corpses. There was no better person for the job. Even so, I didn't feel too good about it. This was the closure to the opening performance, and just waiting around sounded hella boring. Like, come on, considering they called us all here, I'd hope they would have sent more than just one. It's like he can read our mind. I looked up and saw Mercurius smiling at me. As always, his vast and vague appearance made my skin crawl.
暇でしょうがないかな、ベイ。ならば結構、お前もカチンへ行くがよい。命じられたのは先の通りバビロンゆえ、同行するなら彼女の指揮下に入って。
God, look at fucking Hydric's face.
他の者らも行きたければ志願せよ。バビロンが許す限り、これを認める。我々こそが最後かつ最強の神秘であると自負し、その気概を黄金に示したいというなら止めはせぬ。ということでよろしいかな。
ああ、構わん。最後の腕試しだ。存分にやるがいい。
What could be waiting in the forest, I wonder?
特にベイ。K にとっては意味あるものとなるだろうが。
I felt a surge of excitement rush through my body. To be frank, by this point I'd completely forgotten the fact that I brought Claudia with me. Wielding my fangs according to Lord Hydric's will had always been my greatest honor and purpose in life.
で、お前はカチンに行かねえのかよ。
You're not going?
ああ、クリストフのことでいつ命が下るやもしれぬし、そもそもブレンナーの指揮下に入るなど冗談ではない。最後の神秘か。
Yeah, she don't like Brenner very much.
確かにそそる歌い文句だったが、クラフトの工場に踊るのもごめんこうむる。
なるほど。まあ気持ちはわからんでもねえとだけ言っておこうか。
Oh, in the gathering, I went on to have a chat with Samuel. I still hadn't remembered Claudia or even the castle room I threw her into. My mind was completely focused on Katyn. The woman's real name was Eleanor von Wittenberg. Though our meeting was one of the shittiest you could imagine, neither of us really cared. We were far from friends, but she was the one I could relate to the most in the LDO. She and I were both enchanted by Lord Hydric and pledged unwavering loyalty to him. Besides that, she was the only one who got it.
時によ、この城またでかくなった気がしねえか。
同感だ。そして事実だな。ハイドリヒ卿のもとには戦場の死者が集まってくる。この城はその塊だ。故に今この時も増え続けている。もはやどれだけの数なのか見当もつかん。後年この戦で死んだ者の数が弾き出されれば、ある程度の予想を立てることもできるだろうがな。今は到底数えきれんよ。そして算出できん以上、無限とすら言っていい。いいや実際ハイドリヒ卿の器は無限なのかもしれん。そうであっても不思議はなかろう。
確かにね。
I too believe that his capacity was infinite. The only way his creation figment could be active for 2 months was if it was supported by a vast amount of souls, which, just as Samuel said, was still growing. Most would assume that it was because the number of dead produced by the battlefields throughout the land outmatched the amount that he'd used to uphold the castle. But I thought otherwise. I had a hunch. No, I was absolutely sure. that he had yet to consume a single soul for this. Imagine a stupidly huge gymnastic formation. Since the stress was spread out all over, no one involved found it particularly difficult or saw the need to give up. In military terms, it was an army with the absolute perfect formation. It was so well organized that you could call it a work of art, and it became the castle's foundation in the most literal sense. The efficiency involved was abnormal, and it was a prime example of his mystifying talent as a commander. When following a leader who wielded people so well, even the lowliest grunt could become a hero. Lord Hydric had the power to inspire his subjects and lead them without a flaw to name. The man took all the souls in his possession and uplifted them into legends, greatly improving their quality. You see what I'm getting at? Lord Hydric was already putting the idea I came up with into practice. Not to mention that he had the quantity as well. The man never stopped filling me with awe.
愛しているから。彼は全てを愛しているから、全てを飲み込みまた壊す。まさに私はその列に加わりたい。貴様はどうだ、ベイ。
Was that even a question?
マキナが生まれるところを見ちまったからな。この城の、いや、ハイドリ秘境の一部になれば不死身になれる。よく知らねえが、それをエインフェリアって言うんだろう。
そうだ。貴様、教育と呼ばれるものは何も受けていないだろうに、勘だけはいいのだな。そういうところは評価する。改めて聞くが、怖くはないのだな。
The hell it does.
当たり前だろ。こんな名誉がどこにある。お前は違うっていうのかよ。
いや違う。私も全くの同感だ。
This is what I meant when I said that she got it. In the entire Obsidian table, Samuel and I were the only ones who knew the nature of Lord Hydric's blessing and continued seeking it regardless. Machina seemed to know it as well, but he was rejecting it, though he wasn't opposing us and acted rationally, so I didn't intend to get in his face about it. He did seem like a fucking idiot to me, but his death was his own dumb wish, and I didn't mind respecting that. Kristoff had probably escaped because Lord Hydric's blessing scared him shitless, while Schreiber was just too fucking demented to piece together. The rest were probably interpreting it however they wanted. You know how it is. You focus too much on something and you just lose sight of the bigger picture. Though in this case it was more like they were blinded by the gold's light. Whatever the case, they didn't know his true nature. Anyone who thought he was all about just giving love was downright fucking stupid, especially if they thought it was free. You had to be brain dead to believe Lord Hydric would hand out immortality and resurrection to anyone who asked nicely and just let them go on their way. No, they'd be taken in by Gladshim and become part of him. This made me think of the women. Bitches in general tended to see things how they wanted them to be. Malleus and Babylon in particular seemed blissfully unaware, and I had no idea what they'd do if they found out. Not like I planned on telling them, but I did hope they'd figure it out themselves. There was nothing to hate about someone who reached the same epiphany as Samuel and I.
しかしそうなるといまいちわかんねえのはベアトリスだな。あいつはバカだが、一応あんなでも兵隊だ。気づかないはずもねえ。そして気づいたならギャーギャー言ってくるのがあの潔癖お嬢様だろ。なのにその手の話は一切しねえ。正直言うと、俺は少しばかり不気味だぜ。
Samuel fell silent, probably because it was a mystery to her too. Still, this wasn't something that could be unpacked and solved with just her and I.
いずれわかるさ。あるいは直接私から奴へ問うことになるかもしれん。もともとキルヒアイゼンの世話を焼くのが私の仕事みたいなものだからな。
ああ、だったらそのことはお前に任すぜ。だがあっちはあっちで少佐の世話を焼くのが私の仕事ですとか思ってそうな話だな。
抜かす。貴様の知ったことではないわ。
In fact, over half a century later, we came to know Beatrice's goal, but whatever, it's unrelated to the story.
貴様は貴様で任を果たせよ。カチンに行くのは勝手だが、せいぜい無様を晒さんようにな。それと世話云々の話になれば、貴様にもうるさい小娘がついているだろう。あの二層を今回どうする？
ああ？それはお前当たり前だろ。
Thanks to her words, I finally remembered Claudia, and yeah, she was coming with me to Katyn. Why? Well, just because I didn't want her to die while I was away. We were at war, she was dumb and careless, and I couldn't really ask anyone else to look after her, especially not Samuel. Most of all, I figured it was possible that getting a taste of battle might make her change into what I wanted her to be. I didn't know much about the anomaly at Katyn, but the situation there probably wasn't something a person with a normal psyche could bear. When it made her mind burn out and blow up, she would awaken, and that was all I really wanted of her.
言っちまえば、あいつは戦闘糧食みたいなもんだ。
なるほど。では選別だ。これを。
は？なんだいきなり。
What? Samuel gave me some sort of envelope. From its appearance, I could tell the thing inside was official.
ザムの処理をしている時に偶然だが見つけたな。余計な世話かもしれんが、目を通しておけ。貴様が欲していることのためには必要なものだと考
え。I couldn't even begin to understand what she was getting at, but I had no real reason to refuse.
あ、こんなところにいたんですね、ビルヘルム。
Oh God damn it.
探しましたよ。
てめえ、おとなしく待ってろっつったろうが。何勝手にフラフラほっつき歩いてや
It's
がる。
such a pretty castle, don't you agree?
いや、だってそれはその。
ではな。
When we accidentally found the idiot, the situation got all messed up. Samuel left without telling me more about the envelope, but more than that.
一体どこで何してやがったんだよ。
そこは内緒です。
I should have forced her to answer. Of course, I'd remembered that Lord Heydrich had called for her, and I let them meet. A single exchange was enough for me to lose interest, but at the very least, it was clear Mercurius wasn't lying. Still, the anomaly at Katyn was just so big in my mind that didn't spare a thought. I do look back and think I should have examined the situation more thoroughly. Not like I want to make excuses here, but the circumstances just didn't allow me to consider everything. Basically, it was a turbulent time.
見てください、あれ。戦車です、戦車。
そうですね。実に勇壮な光景です。戦争そのものは忌むべきことで、ない方がいいに
Do
決
we
ま
all
ってるん
just
ですが、
tag along?
だからといってそこに関わる全てを否定するのは間違っている。特に兵士一人一人の気持ちについては、敵であろうと味方であろうと、彼らはそれぞれ大事なものを胸に抱いてそこにいます。国家の未来、友人や恋人、そして家族の安寧を願う心は決して貶められるべきではない。時代の狂気などと後年言われたくはありませんし、ましてかわいそうな犠牲者みたいに上目線の同情をされたくはないですよ。
Good way of looking at it.
だってそれじゃこの時代に生きた全ての人々は自分で何も選べないバカと言われているようなものじゃないですか。
The naive woman blessed us with her outlook, while Claudia nodded like she was moved. I, on the other hand, was completely fed up with it.
おいこら、クソチビバカ女。てめえはなんでここにいんだよ。
As we rode the train toward Katyn, I asked her the same thing I'd already asked many times. Of course, I already knew the answer, and I was aware that it wouldn't change a damn thing, but I wasn't magnanimous enough to conveniently look at it the right way and act accordingly. It pissed me off and annoyed me like fuck. I just kept complaining, simple as that.
なんです？またそれですか。いつまでもぐちぐちと鬱陶しい男ですね。そもそもあなたに私の行動をうんぬんする権利はありません。リザさんがいいって言ったんだからいいんですよーだ。
そのバビロンは今いねえじゃねえかよ。この場の指揮系統はかなり曖昧な状態だぜ。つうかデタラメか。いくらなんでもこんなやろ。
今は私が指揮官なのです。
Claudia chuckled and puffed her chest, and honestly made me want to fucking kill her right then and there.
だから二人とも仲良くしないとダメですよ。
Faye's like, man, I am
命令です。
fed up with this shit.
いやねこって。
The actual person in charge over us on this mission, and the one with the highest rank, was Babylon. She wasn't with us at the moment, though. She said she would scout ahead, gather information and whatnot, and went on to Katyn ahead of us. Normally that was a job for the underlings, but we couldn't argue against it because she was the most normal-looking and least menacing of us all. In all honesty, it was hard to deny that she had the aura of your common modest lady. And I thought that even while knowing the truth about her. Because of all that, I saw no problems with Babylon going there first. Katyn was Soviet territory and a controversial place in general, and I knew full well that strolling around there in army uniforms wasn't the best idea. You had to pick the right people for the right task. But what the fuck was I supposed to make of the city situation that left me in?
ベイ、子供じみた解釈は見苦しいですよ。あなたがそんなだからこういうことになってるんでしょう。リザさんもあれで意地の悪い人ですからね。私としても不本意ですが、あなたに首輪をはめるならクラウディアが適任なのもまた事実。だいたい元を正せばこの子を連れてきたのが悪いんじゃないですか。ただの自業自得ですよ。
うるせえな。それを言うならてめえがしゃしゃってきたから俺はイライラしてんだよ。そういやさっきもなんか言ってやがったな。時代の狂気、それぞれの思いと選択だ。なら俺らが決めた関係にごちゃごちゃ横から抜かすんじゃねえや。てめえに筋も通せねえのか。
それとこれとは話が全く違います。あなたみたいなクソ男の毒牙にかかろうとしている女性のことを私は見過ごしたりできません。断固絶対に阻止しますよ。ええ、騎士たる意地と誇りにかけて。
God, why'd you come along?
お前クラウディア、お前指揮官ならこのたわけ野郎を首にしろや。今すぐ消えろと言ってやれ。
バカですか。あなたこそ消えてください。それからクラウディアもいい加減に目を覚まして。こいつのクズっぷりはもう分かっているでしょう。いやー、
これは参りましたね。
そんなのこっちのセリフですよ。
俺のセリフだボケなすこら。
So yeah, this situation resulted in Beatrice finding out I was taking Claudia and fiercely volunteering to tag along. It was really fucking annoying, like holy shit. And if that wasn't enough, we were passing a bunch of battlefields too. Wouldn't have been weird if we were bombed or gunned down by the very next moment. Of course, it didn't mean shit to me and Beatrice. But the fact that the one most endangered here was so nonchalant about it put me on edge. We weren't really in any position to pretend that this was some fun trip.
まあまあ落ち着いてください二人とも。あまりいがみ合ってばかりだと今後の段取りに支障が出るかもしれないじゃないですか。そろそろ列車移動も限界だから次で車に乗り換えると聞きましたよ。それは激戦地にどんどん近づくことでもあるんですから。
ええ、はい。確かにそうですね。ここから先は鉄道も破壊されていると聞きますし、仮にリザさんが手配を済ませているはずですから、そのお世話になりつつ上手にやっていく必要がありますね。
Beatrice smiled wryly. There was a certain weight to her tone that I couldn't resist mocking in my head. At that point, the so-called Russo-German War was going really badly for Germany, so much that turning the tides was fucking impossible. It felt like it wouldn't take long for Berlin to fall. Germany had never done anything for me, so the fact it was getting fucked over even made me feel a bit of glee. Beatrice, though, looked pretty damn miserable. She clearly didn't share my opinion, which I found pretty fucking funny. Claudia apparently wanted to cheer her up.
リサさんですか。あの人はなんていうか本当にできる女性なんですね。また張りみたいでかっこいいです。
また張り？ああ。確か前の大戦で活躍した女性スパイでしたっけ。
Elaborating on who that was because I had no idea.
はい、実は結構活劇ものの本や映画が好きなんです。神に仕える身ではしたないとよく怒られましたけど、ここまでもこう実にスパイ的なシーンがいくつもあって不謹慎ですがドキドキしました。ワルシャワから帰る時とはあまりに違っていたもので。
お前がさっきからニヤついてたのはそのせいかよ。アホらしい。
The conversation was so pointless I couldn't help but comment. During war, it was normal for a country's transportation network to become military focused. The trains like the one we're riding weren't an exception. That made traveling harder for every civilian. But the soldiers were even less free in that regard. After all, we couldn't go anywhere unless we were on a mission or something. Because of that, traveling long distances using standard means was impossible for us. We'd have to avoid the tons of identity checks along the way, and the fact I didn't do that when I was taking Claudia from Warsaw had caused tons of trouble. This time, however, Babylon went ahead and prepared an uneventful journey for us. I didn't know or care about the details, but apparently we were now recognized as a group going on a super important mission. Not like that was a lie, though. The only difference was that the order came from Lord Heydrich and not the Führer.
まあ何でもいいがくだらねえボロは出すなよ。カチンまではまだ遠い。歩いてくのはさすがにめんどくせえからよ。
ええ、分かってます。ただそのカチンについてなんですが、具体的に現地では何が起こっているんでしょう。
さてね、俺にとっちゃ何でもいい。
I'm kind of curious what's happening in Katyn.
それともお前、アマさんよろしく祈りで俺らを助けようとか思ってんのかよ。虐殺されたっつうかわいそうな連中の恨みを浄化して差し上げるのか。はっ、笑わせんな。
ベイ、あなたほんとつくづくいい加減にしなさい。自分から彼女を引っ張り込んだくせに何ですかその言い草は。
Seemingly tired of mouthing off, Beatrice heaved a sigh. To be frank, I'd only said what I thought, so I had no fucking clue why she dug down to me.
ごめんなさいクラウディア。気を悪くしましたか？
いえ、もう慣れました
I'm
し、
quite used to this
彼
right
が
now.
言っていることもわかります。
He calls me a bitch at least 5 times a day.
仮にも兵士の目から見れば、現実の人死にを前に祈るしかしないものは疎ましいでしょう。それはそれで不実だと私も思っていますから。カチンの犠牲者たちを弔いたいという気持ちはもちろん持っていますけどね。だからいろいろ聞きたいのですが、そもそも怪異とは何なのですか？どうも聞く限りこういうことは初めてじゃないのでしょう？
ああ、それはその。
I couldn't tell Beatrice she didn't want to say it or just couldn't explain right, but she clearly couldn't find the words, so I spoke up.
魔術師狩りだよ。
魔術師？
まあ、少なくともこれまではそうだったな。
We use the word anomaly to describe strange events, supernatural phenomenon, basically. The fact that something like that was happening could only mean that there was something abnormal involved.
でも生の魔術師様とやり合ったわけじゃねえ。そういう連中はこの100年くらいでほぼ絶滅しちまったらしいからな。知ってる範囲で生き残ってるのはマレウスとメルクリウス。同列に語るべきもんじゃねえだろうが、そんくらいだ。
あとは英国のクロウリーですかね。本物と呼んでいいのは他にほとんどいないと聞いています。
Despite falling silent a moment ago, Beatrice joined our conversation again. Bitch just didn't seem to letting me say what I wanted.
ちょうど産業革命あたりからです。工業の発達と反比例して古い神秘は消えていったということですよ。
なるほど、なんとなくわかります。最近は信心深くない人も増えていますし、なり手が少なくなったということですね。
まあ飛行機で空を飛べる世の中に夢は見にくいということでしょうか。私の印象だと魔術師は時代に逆行していますから。
何でも古い方がいいと思ってるような老害だわな。
Yeah, the kind of people who rejected phones and telegrams and chose to waste time and energy sending messages themselves, all while acting like hot shit because of it. They also fuck around nature's elements or whatever instead of using a fucking match. On average, that's how most magicians and those influenced by them were. Malleus wasn't too big when it came to this, but she also wasn't different enough to be an exception.
別に珍しい話じゃねえだろ。そこらの仇でも年寄りほど機械音痴だ。あれは覚えられないんじゃなく、覚える気がねえんだよ。古き良き世界ってやつが好きなのさ。そしてそういうもんは大体が錯覚だ。
The word traditionalism came to mind, but I didn't know if that fit. Basically, these people believed the past was always better than the present. Sure, that was probably right in some cases, and I didn't reject the notion of lost technology, but the magician's worship of the past was fucking insane.
連中の頭の中じゃ古代人は不思議な力で現代真っ青の大戦争でもしてたことになってんだろ。アホかっつんだわ。真剣な石黒積み上げてたような原始人の分際でよ。もしそんな力があったんならなんでピラミッドが空中要塞じゃねえんだよって話だぜ。
fact they didn't survive in the modern day era meant that at best the powers had existed but were defeated and vanished, and it was stupid to believe that some shitheads who lost were superior.
だから俺の考えだと。
レイ、さっきから話がそれまくってます。クラウディアはそういうことを聞きたいんじゃありません。とにかくですね、現存している魔術師はごくごくわずかなんですよ。好意のものなら延命の手段も有しているそうですが、それでも限界はありますからね。以前マリウスから聞きましたが、最初の100年を突破できるものからして非常に稀有らしい。
100年だったら結局普通の人と寿命は変わらないんですね。
あいつは200年くらい生きてるって聞いたがよ。
そうなんですか？
一応聞いた限りは。だけどただの見えっ張りかもしれませんし、話半分と思ってください。私が言いたいのは、これまで見てきた怪異もカチンにあるという怪異も正体は魔術師そのものじゃなく、いわば残師。ベイが言うところの空飛ぶピラミッドですよ。
はい。
Claudia tilted her head in confusion, and no one could blame her. What I'd said and what Beatrice added didn't click at all.
空飛ぶピラミッドはないと先ほどビルフェルムは言っていましたが、
その辺説明しようとした時にこいつが潰しやがったんだよ。まったく邪魔ばっかりしやがるアホだ。
私はあなたの偏った考え方をクラウディアにすり込みたくないだけです。
だとこら。
何ですか？やりますか？
もういい加減にしてください。2人とも喧嘩しながら説明されたら論理がめちゃくちゃになるのは当たり前でしょ。なのでここはビルヘルム、あなたにお願いします。
なんかそう言われるとめんどくさくなってくんな。
ベイ、
お願いします。
I was being urged by two women. I had no intention of giving in, but resisting seemed like an even bigger pain in the ass.
わかったわかった。そんならパパッと説明すんぞ。魔術師なんて連中は基本的に古いもん好きの老害だが、立ち悪いのは思想と実情が食い違ってるっつうことだ。
というと？
だからそっちの世界も実は日進月歩なんだよ。1000年前の魔術師より今の魔術師の方が強え。現実に古代のエジプトでピラミッドは飛んでない。当たり前だわな。けど連中はそのことを認めねえんだよ。飛んだはず、飛んだに違いねえ。なぜなら飛行機だって飛んでるし、昔はもっと素晴らしくないとおかしいから。そして次にこう思う。だったら自分も飛ばしたいってな。わかるだろ？文明が進歩すりゃ、それに応じて神秘の程度も変わるのさ。
In the ancient past, even a magician who could light a simple fire was a cut above the rest, and knowing how to cure diseases could probably make you a god of some shitty settlement. These days, though, no one gives a rat's piss about that. Just the past worshipping old fucks are constantly trying to surpass the reality before them.
崇高で洗練されて、神秘の力に満ち満ちていたはずの過去が、こんな機械文明に負けるはずねえ。自分はその意志を継いでいる誇り高い魔術師様で、先人の偉大さを証明する義務がある。ってよ、もはや病気だぜ。
だから日進月歩？
そういうことだ。
From what I can tell, magicians went extinct because they became unable to compete with civilization's progress. Back then, you probably had magicians of all skill levels all over the place, but when the times changed, only the best of the best remained.
当たり前に科学と同じで新しい方が強いんだよ。なんせ超えなきゃいけねえハードルが違うからな。
Mercurius was the prime example of that, though I didn't know whether his whole thing counted as magic since it could even involve fusion with machines. Still, though, this was an age where tanks cracked the earth, airplanes soared the skies, and bombs could reduce hundreds to dust. The manifestation of the arcane surpassed even that. Listen, I'm the last guy who'd want to praise him, but I wasn't stupid enough to deny that he was the real deal. If he wasn't, we wouldn't be like this.
まあ大体同感ですが、今のはあくまで私たちの考えです。所詮は門外漢に過ぎませんし、本当のところどうなのかは分かりません。ただこの理屈で言うと、カチンの怪異は比較的新しい魔術師の仕業ですね。
現代でも不思議と認識されるほどのものだから？
そういうことです。 この100年ほどが激動だったと言ったでしょ。おそらくはその前後くらいに残されたものじゃないのかと。原理はまだ不明ですが、虐殺でスイッチが入ったんだと思いますよ。それを排除するのが私たちの仕事です。
つうわけだ。納得したか？
Claudia momentarily fell silent before nodding.
流れは理解しましたし、あなた方の考えにも同感です。昔を崇めるのも大事ですが、そうやって過去を敬いながら歴史を見ないというのは矛盾ですからね。人が積み上げてきたものを認めずに最高点はもう過ぎ去ったなんておかしいですよ。
ええ、私もそう思います。しかも聞いた話によると、魔術師の多くは弟子を取っていたというから、もうめちゃくちゃですよ。あなただって積み上げることに終始してるじゃないですかと。やってることは未来を見据えた進化なのに、考えてることは昔々古いほどすごいぞ最高なんて言うんですかね。率直なところ頭がどうかしていますね。
He suddenly burst of laughter, surprised both me and Beatrice. I looked at her face and saw her wiping the edges of her
二
eyes.
人とも本当に魔術師が大嫌いなんですね。いつもは喧嘩ばかりしているのに、こういう時だけ悪口のノリがそっくりですよ。実は仲がいいんですか？
違います。
It was less about magicians and more about just curious for me. I couldn't stomach the guy. Everyone besides Lord Hydric felt the same way. This matter was on a whole different level than getting along. Beatrice and I said everything we could to fix Claudia's demeaning evaluation, but she just smiled and nodded all the way through. At that moment, the train suddenly stopped.
あ、着いたみたいですよ。じゃあ次の任務に出発進行。
I could only hope that we meet up with Babylon as soon as possible. I knew it was my own fault for dragging her along, but taking care of the substitute leader was about to make me snap. Alrighty, well, I gotta call it here because the developers in the message they sent me stated I could play up to Katyn Forest, and here we are, we're at Katyn. So if you enjoyed this Irae interview with Kaziklu Bey, which is actually pretty awesome, I'm actually kind of really excited to see where the story goes from here. You can buy it right now on Steam for $20. I think it's $20. I'm pretty sure it's $20. Let me check just to make sure. I'm pretty sure it's $20. It is not unlocked yet, so I cannot tell you what it is, but I think it's $20. This was awesome. I like the little touches they did with the game. Kaziklu Bey has always been like a really cool character. I'm glad he's got a lot more fleshed out. You get a bit more backstory with the characters, and that's always really nice. And I hope you all enjoyed it too. And enjoy. Have a good day and enjoy my feature-length quick look.